Alright. Keep on keeping on. Turn these off. Just finish this quick rifting sesh, and then we'll get some dungeoning out of the way. Dungeoning. I was like on stream, I was saying on Arthur stream. So I did a few things today. Also, hello. First of all, rude. I was taking like clean recordings of dungeon runs, which is why I was running with Arthurs. And I was writing the script for the guide for the new dungeon. So I got that done. And then I got a few like old chores as well done off stream, so I don't have to do them on stream. Because, you know, I don't want to stream that shit, right? And also I got a big upgrade. I also did that off stream because I didn't feel like re-rolling soul binds and shit for like an hour and a half on stream, so yeah. Are you gonna do the new dungeon? Yes. So the plan for today, right? I'm gonna be doing the new dungeon 10 times because I have 10 CDs left. I'm gonna be doing my Abyss Monster Weekly. I'm missing 1,000 mobs. And I'm gonna be doing rifting. So I'm doing this rifting session and I'm gonna do the next one. And these are the main plans for today. Yeah, clears that, 3 support, 1 DPS. Yeah, it wasn't difficult. The thing is, this new dungeon is not very hard. It's just there is one mechanic. There's exactly one mechanic that pugs cannot fucking figure out. Like, that's the main problem. But other than that, the dungeon is like pretty simple. Hello to Harry as well. But yeah, I'm finishing this session, and then I'll be dungeoning a bit. Yeah. I do still need some resources to hopefully make some progress on this. Although honestly, I'm in a pretty good state already. But something happened with this weapon. I'm gonna talk about it in a bit. Back attack. I don't have stones anymore. Oh, yeah. That's one of the things I need to farm. I unlocked the slot. And the slot got MP. And I had 2 stones. I rolled... what was it? What was the first one? I think the first one was a skill. Like, I think it was like Judgment Thunder or something. And then the second one was back attack. Obviously, I'm trying to get damage boost. And speaking of damage boost, I mean, I guess I can just talk about it now. So, okay. If you guys remember... Satisfactions are going to root now. Status effect chance I'm using for the Theostones and the Snare on Chain of Torment. Yeah. Not so much the root. I mean, if they buff the root, obviously I'll be using the root, but I'm using for these. I was gonna remember with a literal weapon, so that today I brought Heroic Guard. Yeah. At the end of the day, right, even getting higher, like at best, you're gonna get maybe like a 70% success rate, so there's always that chance, which again is the reason why I'm not doing it. But my condolences for sure. And how is it going with the Lulu weapon? I haven't been using it too much. I finished rolling it and so on and so forth, like basically right before going to the rift. So yeah, I will say that I have done like 10 minutes of rifting and then I took a break to make food and everything. But I will say that the extra range is coming in clutch in rifting right now because it's allowing me to dive people who are on top of guards without aggroing the guards. Like, the extra range is helping for that, so that counts for something, I guess. Also, people who are running away, I'm able to hit them for longer, so that's pretty cool. I'm just going to do my little runs. She got nothing next week. Yeah. I mean, 10% is still pretty bad. It's not that bad, though. So, surely. But yeah, I got this, so I need to get a better like 5th slot. And then I'm gonna slowly grind away at Diamond 5. Like every time I get enough enhancement stone to craft stones, I'll just click the button. How much attack did you gain? About 300, give or take. I have 7.1 now on PvP. I have a bit more than that on PvE, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So let me explain what happened with this weapon, because I lost 35 million Kina for no reason. And let me explain why. Because I think this is actually a PSA that you guys need to hear about, because it's something that can only happen in the very specific scenario I was in. But basically what happened is, so I had my Ebony Mace, right? And in the Philostone slot, I had damage boost. And damage boost is really hard to roll for, right? So I figured, since I'm going to transfer the Soulbinds, I might as well get damage boost on the base weapon before I transfer it. This way I don't have to reroll it when I'm on the orange weapon, right? So I rolled the damage boost off of my Philostone slot, and I rerolled the 4th slot of my Ebony Mace, right? And because obviously when it rolls a skill, it goes back to the bottom, I ended up having to reroll the 4th and 5th slot to make sure that the damage boost was on the 4th slot, right? So it took close to 400 rerolls to get damage boost on my 4th slot, the 4th slot of the Ebony Mace. And then when I transferred it to my Ludra Mace, it took the stat from the 1st line, from the 2nd line, from the 3rd line, and from the 5th line. It skipped damage boost. Oh my god, dude. Yes, two evasion assassin. You know what? I picked the wrong fight. My bad, honestly. But yeah, long story short, I spent 35 million to roll damage boost on my Ebony Mace to transfer into my Ludra Mace. And when I transferred, the game skipped the damage boost and took the 5th slot instead. So I did it for nothing. Yeah. Like, I thought it would take the stats from the first 4 lines, right? But turns out it takes 4 random soulbinds instead of the first 4 lines. And I can tell that it took the stats at random because the first 3 lines are scrambled compared to how they were on my Ebony. So these also got taken at random. Because on my Ebony Mace I had combat speed, then weapon damage boost, then might. And now it's weapon damage boost, might, combat speed in this order. So yeah, it just took 4 random, it just takes 4 stats at random instead of taking them in order. So, PSA, now you know. Is that a bug? I thought the 5th line doesn't transfer. It just takes, okay. It's because in that specific case scenario, my gold item had more lines than the orange item had slots. And I thought that it would take the first 4 lines, but it just takes 4 of the stats at random instead. That's how it works. Yeah, so, yeah. Now you know. So now, not only do I not have damage boost on my Ludra Mace, I wasted 35 million Kina to do something that I thought would be the safe play. So, don't do like me, kids. Just fucking send it. and you know what's funny? The 5th line was dog shit because I rolled it off to be able to roll damage boost. So it transferred a random trash stat. So I had to burn a bunch of orange reroll to get status effect chance back. On top of that, you have no idea how flabbergasted I was at that moment. But look, all is end that ends well, like all is well that ends well. At the end of the day, I got my status effect chance back, right? I managed to reach Diamond 4 with the stones and the money that I had. So all in all, it's not too bad, I guess. It's not too bad. There's still work to be done on this weapon though. Like I need to finish the potential. I'm missing 2 levels of potential. I need to roll the Philostone slot. Maybe I'll try to go for Better Man Stone for now, but I'm happy with this for now. But yeah, at least I gained 300 attack and the extra range, I guess. I lost the precision, but I don't really care about the precision anyway, because I'm not running accuracy anymore. So, yeah. Although my accuracy took a hit. Like, my accuracy in PvP is like 2000 now. I don't know. Yeah, 3 more minutes. I'll go check the other village and then I'll just get out to go do some Dunrun. Now, I will say that the game is laggy when I'm streaming now, because the game was fine before I streamed, but now my game is a bit laggy, so I guess I might have to do something about this. It's ever since I updated my NVIDIA drivers, or rather, that I got forced into updating the driver, so maybe something's fishy there. But I mean, whatever, it's playable, so... And it's not like I can upgrade my PC anyways, because the current status of PC upgrades is, yeah. I don't know about every time I upgrade NVIDIA driver, it seems to like stutter for 1 to 2 days. Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe it will fix itself, who knows. Either way, it's not like I can do much about it. At least right now. Better buy a card than a PC? Yeah, pretty much. Happens in Throne also. Yeah, it might just be like Unreal Engine shenanigans. Also, like sometimes NVIDIA updates something and then the engine like makers need to update their engine to, like, you know, work with the new updates. So maybe it's also a case of that. We'll see. In fact, we're done? Yeah, I will. If anyone else in chat wants to go run the new dungeon as well, let me know. I'm gonna be running exactly 10 times, because that's the amount of tickets I have. And then hopefully we can roll something better on the Philo slot. Hopefully we get, like, at least... I'm aiming for 1 more potential level, that'd be nice. I think going for 2 within 10 dungeons is a bit of a stretch. Like, the drop rate on that new dungeon is not that great. So, yeah, I'm just gonna exit now. I'm not gonna meet anything else. There's a whale in Legion shape that's hitting Splendid after Splendid hits 5 in a row, 0 fails. Jesus Christ. Hello, Andrew. Yeah, some people never struggle, man. I mean, I saw the screenshot you posted, by the way. That's egregious. Although I will say that I got this. I got this during one of my runs, so I'm not using it yet because I'm waiting to get Earth Grace or Smite on it. Otherwise, it's going to be strictly worse than my current helmet. But I'm basically done with Origins and the new dungeon, yeah. But right now it's just that I'm focused on this, right? Like, I genuinely cannot be spending resources on anything other than this for the time being, because this is too important. But yeah, in due time, in due time. Alright, let me make the group. Just... Anyone else wants to do some Dunron in chat? And hello, Raiden. Okay, let me go close my window actually before I get mosquitoes in there. It's so warm all of a sudden. Crazy. I'm gonna have to do something about it at some point. I can't really use a ventilator because otherwise you guys are gonna hear the wind. It would actually make the sound so much worse. I don't know, power. If only you had air conditioning. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alright. 300k, that's stretching it, brother. Yeah. Like, I think 450 is, like, ideal for this. Change my tab targeting. Also, let me change my gear. I'm starting to have a combat power that looks like something in PvE, you know? Like, I'm not quite a big brother yet, but it's getting better. Like, look at this. 413k, huge. Almost 4.1k eye level as well. Speaking of I guess one mosquito got ended. What the fuck is this? Blue dragon. I don't know. I mean, we have a Chanter, I guess. Yeah, we'll just send this, and if it's bad, I'll replace them. My apartment is so hot for the past few days, it's already summer. Yeah, pretty much. Chanter's juice? Yeah. Chanter's pretty good. Not good enough to join Dad's group anymore if I wanted to go. I mean, if you want to come, like, that's fine. I'm just filtering pugs, yeah. But I don't mind. As long as you know the mechanics, that's okay. But yeah, speaking of mechanics, I'm probably gonna take the day off tomorrow to just make the guide. I don't think I'm gonna make the guide, like, extremely long, to be honest. Not much of a use into making it long. Like, this dungeon is pretty simple, right? Like, there's realistically only one mechanic that people are gonna struggle with because they cannot grasp the concept of, like, two ads getting tethered together, you know? It's literally Garuda Extreme. And people can't figure it out, you know? Morgan on my child, because I have pet to get Morgan now, but I got only autism. I mean, look, man. Sometimes it's just about playing with the boys.
You will take my place.
Alright, well, whoever did this killed everyone. That's interesting. That's, not very cool. I don't do anything but waste of a slot. I wouldn't say that. Bro, I've had some waste of slots in this dungeon, let me tell you. For lack of a better term, it's been rough, dude. Like, pogging this has been rough. Like, that's why when Arthur's went earlier, that's why I went. Just to get, like, clean recordings, you know? Because God forbid pugs actually do this. On the mech, I've never done the new dungeon. Well, I mean, realistically, I would just need to tell you once. Like, there's nothing you really need to know about this. It's literally just separate the clones at the end on the final fight. And then that's it. GG's.
Finally free.
Sakura's pumping? Yeah, I mean, as usual. Although, disgusting. Disgraceful even. Honestly, I don't know why I'm playing with these guys. One run through will be enough to figure it out. Yeah. This dungeon is not very difficult. It's long. That's all there is to it. Are these people human? I don't know, man. You tell me. I'm not the one with the DPS meter. So bad at killing mirror? Is it? Wouldn't Bitter Cold Wind just, like, absolutely demolish the mirrors? Assuming everyone played 14. Well, I mean, it's not like having two ads tethered to each other if they get too close is, like, not a very unique mechanic, you know? As usual, the mechanics aren't that bad if you have a brain. Yeah. Tough break, right? I don't think you can use skills on it. I mean, some skills don't work on it. Like, specifically pets don't work, dots don't work, right? But I would assume something like that, like Bitter Cold would work, right? But then again, I don't know. Like, the hit feedback on those mirrors is not very good, I'll say that. The game doesn't do a very good job at telling you what does and doesn't work on this mirror. The red circles, yeah, there it is. Someone tells me it doesn't work for Sork. I mean, maybe, yeah. Honestly, I still don't know exactly what works on Cleric. I'm just like spamming left I'm basically just spamming left and right click. Yo, my dodge is fucked again. This boss does something that fucks your dodge animation. I don't know what. Isn't Bittercold coded as a summon? I don't know. Good question. I would assume it's just a ground effect, right? Like a puddle? But I don't know. Maybe it's not. Actually, wait, can I DPS from outside? No, I can't. It's still a little bit too far, even for the extendable, I guess. Buggy moving like... Yeah, exactly. Only on this boss, though. It's something that is fucking with this boss in specific. Bitter is a summon, that's why we need CDR? I see. Okay. Good to know. You're the streamer, you should know. I haven't been playing this game for nearly long enough to like have knowledge to have knowledge on stuff, on classes that I have never played before, right? It's like I usually say, on IN1 you could ask me questions about just about anything, I would probably know. But yeah, on this game I'm gonna need a bit more time. Was so buggy, I got launched across the arena. I don't know what it is with this boss. But something is definitely awry. I mean, these guys are breaking it pretty fast, though. I mean, Chanta's really good at multi-hit on stuff like that, so... And so is Assassin. Alright, and now we get to play Does the Pug Know How to Do the Clone Mechanic? Yippee! We're about to find out. If they don't, then I'll probably try to cheese it, but... I would prefer not to cheese stuff, you know? Like, it could count as a bug abuse, you know? I don't wanna go in there. We failed the new sanctuary again, I wanna leave the group. What? You failed? As in, you failed to kill the end boss? I mean, we have so much power creep now. Like, are you dying to the DPS check, or like, what's going on? It's like, mechanically, if you can reach the final boss, like there's... Mechanically, the boss is genuinely, like, easy. If you cheese the second limit cut, right? Let's play on private 7 now. What to do 9-2? Yeah, I mean, whatever floats your boat until the release of global, right?
The moment light reaches space, truth shall shatter.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Yeah. But yeah, if you reach the final boss on Sanctuary and you have like decent DPS, genuinely I don't know what your group is doing to be failing, if I'm gonna be honest. With that said though, right, like if you're looking for a new group, I think the pre-made I'm in is trying to build a second group. So I mean I can ask them if they are. I mean, that feels bad though. And the ticking rate on this line is crazy. I gotta say though, I kind of want to switch from Divine Aura 20 to Condemnation 20 now in PvP. But man, I just don't have the balance to do that. And God knows I'm not going back. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go back to the Old Transcendence a bit, because you can only run so many dungeons a week, right? You can only run 35. Right, so... if you want to spend the extra energy, you kind of have to go back, I guess. Alright. Will they figure it out? Yeah, I mean, they are separated. They are gaming. Okay, I'm gonna help the other guys though. Sakurai's on this one. That's about even though. Yeah. Look at that. I've got gamers with me. Insane. Incredible. Yeah, I want weapons. Like, ideally, I need so many fucking weapons, dude. There are dysfunctional members in my group. I see. That's a nice way to put it. You could have gone another route, and I appreciate that you went with that. I've got a weapon you might be interested in. Right. I'm sure. Nice, DK. Everyone's dead. But yeah. Gonna be a busy evening. Hopefully I have time to do everything. I don't know how long it's gonna take me for these dungeons. Thank you for the following tracks. Appreciate it. But yeah, we'll try to cram everything in. Like, the one thing that I genuinely cannot skip is the Rift, though. Yeah, I want to get those weeklies. I don't want to be in a situation like last week where I have to, like, rush to get the weeklies on. Which one do you think has more DPS in PV? Assassin. Assassin is the golden child right now, if we're gonna be honest. It's gonna get a bit more risk versus reward on the 22nd, because you won't have as much life leech, right? So you will actually have to pay attention to shit because you won't be able to self-sustain as well. It's Assassin, in terms of like raw numbers, Assassin is just like at the top right now. And it's kind of... It's not very close, yeah. Ranger is doing really well as well, but Ranger is like on the very high end. Like you need like some really good gear on Ranger.
You will take my place.
Let's call PV, what do you think? Syntemp, Cleric, Enter? Something like that, yeah. It depends on what exactly you're going for, right? If you're going for damage, you probably forego the Cleric still. If you're going for confidence, then yeah, absolutely. Triple support is like really fucking good. For best comp is 4 gladiators. I mean, you laugh, but a group of 8 gladiators did clear corroded, you know, without anything else. Life leech is just built different now. And that does good damage, you know, if you just look at the numbers. Is there an estimated date for the Europe release? Estimated, yes. We estimate that it's going to come out around September. It's an educated guess, basically. We don't have an actual like date from the from NCSoft though. Around September is a pretty safe bet. Lad's damage is fine if you have your ping, yeah. But Assassin is still on top though. Like, damage-wise, Assassin is... Especially because Assassin got buffed again, for some reason. I don't know who over at NCSoft was like, you know what Assassin needs? More PvE damage. Yeah, let's do it. Send it. No MMO since Throne at the BD. I'm misplaying something. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you can play this. You just have to go in with the expectation that you will have to abandon the game when Global comes out, and you will struggle with ping, right? But if you really want to sink your teeth into something to you know, to at least get an opinion on the game, and maybe like gather some information before the game comes out in Global, then that is something that you can do. And this game makes it very easy to play casually and play mostly solo, if you just want to, vibe. End of September, because that's the time when I'm coming back from home. Yeah. And I do think it's likely going to be around that, yeah. It's weird because this mechanic, sometimes she sucks you in, sometimes she doesn't. This boss in general is like really weird. But yeah, like the Taiwan version of this game is like accessible without anything special. It's just you're gonna lag. That's the only problem. And thank you for the follow, Vista. Appreciate it. Do you need to do very high-end PvE to get PvP gear? Need maybe an overstatement. Like, it is better for the, namely, especially for the bracelet, basically. Yeah. For the bracelet, you do need to do Sanctuary. Yeah. And broadly speaking, the way this game works, right, is if you only want to do PvE, you will never have to do PvP. But if you want to do PvP, you will have to do pretty much every piece of PvE content to keep up. Because many systems, many upgrades, many everything, both PvE and PvP come from PvE. It's pretty similar to Iron 1 in that respect, right? Except in Iron 1, you could not only do PvE, right? Like, PvP was kind of forced onto you in some aspects, but in this game you can actually skip all PvP. In terms of mechanics, are they harder than Lost Ark? Well, the game is getting there with mechanics. Like, it's been getting better and better, but you do have to keep in mind that the version of Lost Ark that people know took 4 years to come to the West, right? Whereas this game has been out for 4 months, so the mechanics are still ramping up, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I would say it's decent. Like, I can tell you, compared to let's say Final Fantasy 14, like, the hardest piece of PvE content is probably equivalent to like an early Savage turn, yeah. Basically, like a turn 1 of Savage, or like a mid-expansion extreme, yeah, mechanically. But the game also has difficulty in like some other aspects, like the pacing and stuff like that some of the game doesn't necessarily have. But I wouldn't say that the PvE is like extremely difficult or anything. If they replace the concept sub model, maybe new people might play it. I think the sub model is going to change, although I think the second sub is probably going to get axed. But I think the rest of the monetization is going to stay the exact same, yeah. And I can't outrage with this. Fuck that. Is there a lot of farming? I went on game and Lost Ark had to do hard mechanics. It's a Korean MMO, so there is farming, yes. Although I will say that the farming in this game is pretty chill. And the farming in this game mostly involves running content rather than just like, you know, bashing your head against the wall. Or running ults, yeah. Like the way you farm in this game is mostly by running running endgame dungeons with your main, right? Like that's the bulk of your farming, basically. Like what I'm doing right now. Mr. Will is 7-7, old splendid. Jesus Christ, man. Some people don't struggle, you know? Ults are not dead, kinda. Yes and no. You still use ults for whatchamacallit. And none of them spawn on my side. Thank you for the follow, Skiller. You still run ults for Ascended Trial and Sanctuary. And you still need one ult to max out your dungeons per week. But only one. In Ostark, I was doing dailies on 6 characters. It was a pain. This game was very similar to at the beginning, but basically patch after patch, they've been moving the content you do from ults over to mains. And basically, like, they've been reducing the effectiveness of ults to the point where at this point, you're mostly just doing shit on your main, yeah. Specifically because they want to avoid the Lost Ark situation. Yeah. At least that's the direction they're taking. Well, we'll see exactly where they went, because they've been very progressively making changes to make ults ineffective, basically. But yeah, right now the play is to have your main and to make one juiced ult, basically. Yeah. Like ideally, yeah, that's what you want to do. Like maybe bring a second character up to like Corroded Sanctuary or something, if you can do that, right? If you have like a pre-made to do stuff like that. Oh boy, that's a bit far. I don't think. Yeah, no. No. I don't think there's a red though. Yeah, we're good. Just deleted my ult. I will try other classes in 7 days. I mean, if your ults were not geared, I guess that's fine. But if you have like 3k ults or something, like running a Ascension Trial and stuff like that is still profitable. Like you're still getting Mana Stones, you're still getting Ariel Bolts, and you kind of need to do it for Enhancement Stones as well, right? Like Ascension Trial is just a lot of value on your ult right now. If anything, for the Enchantment Stones, right? Can we do it? 2, 1. I don't know. No, it didn't work. Yeah. You're playing on Taiwan? Yes, I'm on Taiwan. Taiwan is the most accessible by far, because you don't need anything. You just make an account and you play. I mean, you do need a gaming VPN, right? But, I mean, that's expected anyways. My ult is 4k, my main is... yeah, well... Almost 1 million stone Nukino, they're on main. I mean, trust me, 1 million stone is not gonna be that much if you start to make like amplification stones, especially the orange ones and everything. Like, especially if you start enhancing orange gear in general, like your enhancement stones just get drained, like really, really fast. So yeah, like keep stacking them is basically what I'm saying. Like I'm telling you right now, I have 0 enhancement stones left across all of my characters after doing my Lunar Mace. Yeah. How is the ping? I'm playing from France, and I have between 180 and 200 ping. With that said, the game feels very playable. Like, it doesn't feel horrible, but in actuality, your DPS and your performance is obviously like much worse than a native, but the game feels playable. Which VPN are you using? I'm using Lagofast. For me, at least, it's the only VPN that has been like working well in this game, because like exit lag doesn't work very well for me, and no ping is a piece of garbage. Game feels super smooth until I watch the numbers. Yeah, exactly. Like, the game feels fine until you look at the DPS meter, and then you kind of want to like stop playing. which is why, if you play this game from abroad with high ping, play a support is my recommendation. Like, don't grief yourself, don't grief your teammates. Like, play support. Like, that's the reason why I'm playing Cleric personally. Because like, even though my DPS chugs mega balls, like my utility makes up for it, right? 800k and those went down real quick. Yes, exactly. Like you just never have enough enhancement stones, you know. As soon as you start going into amplification, as soon as you start enhancing orange gear, you just don't have enough enhancement stones, basically. You just don't. So yeah, running Ascension Trials on your ult is still gonna be like useful, and it doesn't exactly take long either, right? So it's fine. No shit hits the fan when you out DPS your entire force in Udra. Yeah.
The moment light reaches space, truth shall shatter.
You got it. We're good. We're good.
Can you penetrate the illusion?
All right. Yo, number two is doing the right thing. Look at that. I like these guys. These guys are doing it correctly. I'm gonna stay on this one because I reckon this one is gonna be the highest one. So can we get some DPS assistance on this? Yeah, thank you.
I will never leave Tana's side.
I'll take a sublimation, sure. Like, I'm eventually going to upgrade my earrings, so yeah. Oh, speaking of upgrades, by the way, I upscaled these to Splendid Ebony yesterday as well. It doesn't cost much to do so. Like, I'm gonna upscale all of these to Demonic, slowly but surely, with bound mats. Yeah. I might as well. Upcrafting is so good, man. Is there any reason why he's not running Storm? The Chanta is not running Storm? I mean, if he's not, you should tell him. Like, there's zero reason to not have Power of the Storm on your bars. Like, it doesn't matter what spec you do, it doesn't matter what you do. As a Chanta, like, Power of the Storm is always on your bar. I told him zero response. I mean, it's weird, right? Because, like, when you look at this guy's gear, like, this guy is stacked, you know? So this guy has been playing for a while, so you would think.
I've spent too long within that mirror.
I wonder what he's running then. I mean, Power of the Storm is up. Like, he just used it. Unless he just equipped it. But he did just use it, so...
You will take my place.
I don't know why these guys don't keep the same one every time. Yeah. This guy is struggling a bit with the ghosts. Yeah, he just used it again, so I guess we're good now. What level is Sprint? Damn, his Spirit Mantra is even level 20. I like this guy. The only thing that sucks for me right now is I do have a decent amount of orange pieces of equipment I want to upgrade, but I think the mace is just gonna take my resource for a while until I hit Diamond 5 and until I get like a good 5th soulbind. I think everything is gonna go into this. Like, there's not much. I just don't think it's valuable for me to be upgrading my armor right now over my weapon. You listened? I'm sorry, Mr. Chanter. Oh, there you go. There you go. He heard you talking shit. Which sucks because the funny thing is, right, I don't have damage boost on my chest because it just doesn't want to roll. Like, all of these are decent, but ideally I want to roam Warm Benediction off for damage boost, but I just haven't been able to get it. My shoulders as well just don't have crit damage boost. Like, the game just doesn't want to give me the damage, dude. Like, look, I get it, my damage sucks ass, but like, throw me a bone, you know? And it's so difficult to roll orange soulbinds. I mean, now you have a more guaranteed way to do it, right? Because you can upgrade, like, basically every piece of gold equipment that you get, you can just turn them into orange soulbind stones now. So it makes it a bit, you know, easier, I guess, as long as you have the Kina to do that. But still. Same with my heroic shoulders. Yeah. Like, my shoulders ate so many, and like the only reason why I'm doing it is because because it's armor, like it's not too bad to transfer, so I'm like, whatever, like I just roll perfect on those and then I eventually transfer to faded, right? Like faded or otherwise, but it just doesn't want to roll properly. I mean, it's one of those things where now that we have gold to orange soulbind transfers, even though it does cost money to transfer, like, for stuff like this, it might just be better. And the third time already? Is our DPS this bad, or is the boss just like spamming for no reason? But yeah, like, it might actually be worth it to like just get like a shitty piece of dungeon gear, get it to diamond 5 or diamond 4 at least, right? Get the 4 hardest soul binds you can get, and then transfer to an orange piece of gear, right? Just pay the fee, you know? Just to not have to deal with the soulbind shenanigans, because it's so annoying. Like, the soulbind system is still my least favorite part of the game, to be honest. Like, it's still by far the system I like the least in this game. Yeah. I hope they will improve it, because just throwing more stones at us doesn't really solve the core problem. The RNG is just fucking insane on some of these stats. Especially when you have like other layers. Like, if this was the only layer of RNG... Oh, we don't have the assassin. Well, I think Bitter Cold is working, dude. Like, the Soak summoned Bitter Cold and it hit the mirror. Do all class have specific gear that you're supposed to get on certain level? Everyone uses the same gear. The only thing that differs is the weapon, but the stats on the gear rolls different depending on the class. Like, specifically, like, see, you can roll skills and passives on your armor, and these are class dependent. But like, basically every single piece of gear in the game is a blank slate, and you roll the stats that you want on them. For the most part, you always kind of want the same set of stats, but especially in PvP, like different people and different classes do go for different things, basically. Like an assassin is gonna go for evasion and damage. A cleric is gonna go for like more meat shield build, like regen, endurance, crit res, block, you know, stuff like that. But the piece of gear is the same across every class, yeah. What 3 items is the best to transfer to heroic? Honestly, I mean, it depends on what you get, but I would say probably, I mean, it's just weapon, guard, chest, right? You got it. It's just the ones with the biggest amount, like the largest soul binds. That makes the biggest amount like of difference in terms of like raw stats. More than anything, it just depends on like what you have and what you need to upgrade in that given moment, right? Like for example, a bracelet is always gonna be less worth to transfer to because the soul binds are easy to get, right? So do you want to use one of your seasonal transfers on something that where you would not struggle to get soul binds anyways? Because soul binds is the most annoying part, right? But in a specific scenario where it's like the only thing that you really want to transfer at that given moment, then maybe you still want to do it, you know? Can you buy items with stats from the auction house, something like that? That bond once gets the roll the stat. PvE equipment you can buy on the auction house, yes. And the best PvE gear is crafted. And crafted gear is sellable on the auction house. But once you have the piece of gear, you have to roll it, right? Like basically, the gear, the equipment doesn't have stats until you bind it to your character. So you basically buy the blank slate of the auction house, and then you have to like enhance it. You have to enhance it, you have to do the soul bind, so on and so forth. Yeah. Helmet, cloak, pant. Yeah, it's definitely up there, yeah, for sure. Like when I say weapon and guard, it's because like these are the 2 items that make the biggest difference, right? So like if you have a gold item and you have an orange item that you want to upgrade to, like it's gonna be the biggest upgrade for you, like regardless, because even the base stats make a huge difference. And also some of the soul bind, like basically every single soul bind is precious on weapon and guard, right? So you want to transfer as much as possible. Yeah, that's fine. Can the item crack or something like that when you roll upgrade? No. There's no loss. And every... Okay. Enhancing has pity. So if you fail an enhancement, it increases your chance to succeed the next time you enhance. Did we... Yeah, no, we didn't do it. Well... Yeah, well, the whole balancing act is still a thing Pog is struggling with. The soulbone is useless as well, just why? You can roll the stats. Not sure I understand what you said, good. I solo one? Yeah. I mean, I'm just sticking on the other one always. But yeah, it's not going down very fast. I always go on the far one, right? Because that's the one you're not on. But obviously my DPS is not exactly the most significant piece of DPS. But like the biggest RNG in terms of enhancement in this game is soul binds. Because basically the way Soulbind work is that a given piece of equipment has a pool of stat that it can roll, and every time you re-roll a line, you're rolling the dice on the entire pool. So, and there's no pity building, there's nothing, right? You just have to keep rolling until you get the stat that you want. So because of that, like, sometimes you roll a lot until you get what you want, if you get it. Which is why I was saying that soul binding is like my worst, my least favorite system in the game right now. But it's a bit better than it used to be because they're giving us a lot of reroll material now. Oh, none shut up on my side, XD. But you know, it's still not ideal, yeah. If you get a piece of gear on ult, you should be able to wear on another one since we can roll stats. Yeah. I mean, I guess it just goes hand in hand with the whole, like, they just don't want you to play ults. Like, they don't want to give too many advantage to ults. Although I will say that it would be nice if ults were able to touch the soul binds, right? Like reroll and everything. So this way, when you get reroll mats and stuff on your ult, you're able to just like move over the piece of gear and like at least use them. Like that'd be nice. I still wouldn't like the system, but you know, it would make it more stomachable, especially if you run Sanctuary and stuff, because you get so many reroll mats from that. But surely eventually they will come around to making the soulbind system a bit less cringe, at least. Surely.
The moment light reaches space, truth shall shatter. Penetrate the illusion.
Alright, well, I mean the Chanter is doing the right thing, right? At least. Hopefully this guy doesn't die. Yeah. Yeah, we have time. We're good on this one. It would be better if the Sork went on this one, but whatever.
I will never leave Tana's side.
I am getting pity on this, so I will be... do I grab a weapon or do... a Philistone? I'm probably still a Philistone, right? You never have enough. Yeah, whatever. Good thing I stopped hitting... Sork was following me? Yeah. I don't know why the Sork is like just sticking with you like that. Alright, the Sork is done, I guess. I guess I can grab a tank, maybe. Just make your life a bit better, you know? How many dungeons can you do per day, week? Everything is weekly in this game. The thing with dungeons is that it keeps changing right now, so take this with a grain of salt. But right now, you can do 35 expeditions, and how many is Transcendence right now? 28, yeah. But you're also limited by the amount of energy that you have. And check this guy again. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Hit him if you don't pull aggro. Alright. But yeah. So you can do as much on your main, but you can also run dungeon. Like, as I said, there's multiple layers to it, right? There's the final boss kill count, which is the amount of time you're allowed to kill the boss of a dungeon type. So you can do 35 on this one and 28 on the other one, right? There's the reward ticket, so the amount of time you can open the chest, and these refresh every day. But you can also buy extra ones for Kina, which is the endgame currency, right? So basically running the dungeon pays for the extra entries, right? So you don't even worry about it. So basically you can run like all, let's say like all 35 expeditions, but then you can like fill in the blank with the transcendence. And then on top of that, there is a reward diminishing return on the final box that you start hitting after the 63rd run, and this one is shared across the entire server. So long story short, you're gonna be running like 40-50 dungeons on your main per week, and then you're gonna run the last, I don't know, 20 expeditions on an ult to hit the diminishing return, if you want to min max, right? Which is why I was saying that ideally you want to be running one ult. I don't know if that made sense. There's too many layers of like systems to the entry system on the dungeons in this game. It's a bit crazy, but that's basically how it works. I don't even think I have this much time. I mean, dungeons are pretty fast. Like, I will say that, like, 63 dungeon sounds intimidating, but when dungeons take between 5 and 10 minutes, like, it genuinely isn't bad. Like, it's okay. I played the original Iron a long time. How do you feel about Iron 2 compare? Have you played the old Iron 2? I played Iron 1 from the beta up until like 1 year ago. So yeah, I have played it, yes. It's the fastest way I can tell you how Iron 2 feels compared to Iron 1 is Iron 2 is a streamlined Iron 1 with a lot of the same content and a lot of the same identity with the classes and everything, that has significantly better PvE but worse PvP right now. Although everything is getting updated, so yeah, your mileage may vary compared, like, depending on when you play the game. I would say that for the average player, Iron 2 is overall a better game though. On the day-to-day play, yeah. Iron 1, for the most like dedicated Iron 1 players, Iron 1 might be a bit better because the PvP was better, and you mainly played Iron 1 for the PvP. But for the average player, Iron 2 is probably better because the PvE is better, the day-to-day experience is like more enjoyable, so on and so forth. Yeah. Was he ever confirmed if doing single mat craft for more XP than the 10x version? I mean, the thing with the 10x version is that it's higher level, right? So I'm pretty sure it's equivalent. I'm pretty sure it's the same. Let's go then. I was thinking one dungeon would take 30 to 40 minutes. Nah, dungeons are like 5 to 10 minutes. Again, it varies a bit, right? Depending on your group, your comp, your DPS, your gear, so on and so forth. But yeah, like on the long end, dungeons are 10 minutes, yeah. And on the short end, they're 5. Like this, the dungeon I'm doing right now is on the long end. It's probably one of the longest dungeons we've had so far because there's many roadblocks in the way that kind of slows down your progress through the dungeon, like the hallway stuff. The hallways with the mirrors. So yeah. Damn, all you guys died? How? Also, if I skipped your question, just ask again. Like my chat window is pretty small, right? So if I skipped your question, it's probably not because I'm ignoring you. It's because it just went past. Chat's moving so fast, no one will know I'm gay. Yeah, unfortunately you picked the one time no one is typing, so... Good for you, dude, good for you. Kinda miss the 20 hotkey looking at string, that's why people miss those. I don't disagree with you. With that said, like if you've never played Iron 2, at first glance it looks like I only have 12 buttons on my bar, but there's a lot of contextual buttons. So in actuality, the amount of skills you have is closer to 20, and then you have skill chains. Yeah, but obviously I don't disagree that I do wish we had a bit more. Kind of like Blade and Soul. Yeah. I think that's a fair thing to say. Like in many ways, this game is this game's combat has a lot of similarity with Blade and Soul. Yeah. Your plane failed. Oh, did it? Like even when it comes to class design, a lot of it is based off of Iron 1, but it has a lot of like bladed BNS DNA as well. Is it worth rolling endurance on all armor? In PvE, yes, always. In PvP, it depends on your build. Depends on your build, depends on your budget. Well, it's very similar to BNS, but it feels a lot more shallow than BNS. As someone who spent far too much time in BNS, yeah. I mean, as I said, right? It's a streamline. It's a more streamlined experience. It's more modern MMO, right? Gladiator buff gives me 1000 attack, yeah. Yeah, the Glad buff is like, it actually does something now. It's still not quite completely uncapped, but at least for the time being, at least while we don't have a maxed out U-Steel board, like it's gonna give a decent bunch of attack across the entire group. How many pieces can I roll endurance though? Let me think. Isn't endurance chest, legs, head, shoulders? I think that's what it is, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. But like endurance in PvE is always worth. In PvP, you only want to roll it if you have orange chest piece and legs at the bare minimum, as well as orange bracelet to roll destiny, and you also full send destiny in your pantheon. Like basically, long story short, if you don't have at least like 50-60% endurance at the absolute bare minimum, like it's kind of not worth to run in PvP. Like just go regen and go like another layer of defense, and you're probably gonna have like better results. Yeah. It's still in Asia, yes. The game is only out in Korea and Taiwan right now, and it's gonna be the case for a couple more months still. We roll endurance in PvE? Yes, because bosses don't have endurance pen. So basically, if you're gonna roll any layer of defense in PvE, like endurance is a very solid one. Obviously, if you can have really high evasion, evasion is really good in PvE, but endurance is just one that is immediately rewarding. Like every single percent of endurance you roll in PvE is making you tankier, basically. Yeah. Do you have iframes in your dodge? Yes, you do. You have a very few iframes. Basically, the way it works is if you dodge roll, like pretty much at the same time an attack hits you, it does like the yellow glow with the sound feedback that you may have heard. That indicates that you did a perfect dodge, yeah. And when you do that, you don't take... You basically like deflect the attack, like you get immunity from the attack, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't pick up the mirror. Well, I guess it's only one, so that's fine. What do you think about SM? Elementalists? I mean, Spirit Master is really solid right now. It's a really solid class, both in PvE and PvP. Yeah. Like, it's pretty tanky, lots of utility, really good damage. It both has burst damage and sustained damage. It has hover possibility. It has Defiance baiting possibilities as well. Like, it's a very versatile class, and one that I think you're always happy to have. Yeah. I guess stacking works right now. Yeah. My god, though. All my raise is on cooldown, so you guys are shit out of luck. I don't like SM because every bot is almost on it. Well, I mean, that's that's a different problem entirely. There's also a lot of bot rangers, you know. But yeah, obviously, it's a favorite among bots because SM has a very easy time doing the MSQ. It's one of the easiest, like, chillest MSQ casts, basically. Not happy to have it when the spirit body blocks me. Well, that's... yeah. That has happened to me as well. Minute Sam, I like it. Yeah, element, like... I keep calling Elementalist. Spirit Master is, like, really good, for sure. Right now it's pretty strong, but again... like, the class balance changes every day. And, like, one of the balance change they have mentioned that will be coming on the 22nd is that you're gonna be able to summon your Ancient Spirit and a regular pet at the same time. So... that's gonna be interesting. How good is Chanter versus Cleric right now? It's a good question. It honestly depends on the build. Like, it's tough to say. Just by essence of the fact that Chanter can stunlock you long term, I would guess that Chanter at equal gear, if the Chanter is like actually good, might probably win against Cleric. But it's one of those fights that takes forever. So. Do you get EXP for proccing a craft? I don't think so, no. I don't think it changes the amount of XP you get, because it's still the same level of craft, right? I'll give it a try. The only thing that keeps me from it is that I will play it on Europe release. All my progress will be lost. I mean, it is what it is, right? There's multiple ways you can look at this, right? Like, you can just take it easy on this version. Like, either you take it easy and you just like collect information and you have fun with it, and when you've had your fill, you just drop it. But at least you will go into global with like a bit of information just to like kickstart you at the beginning, have a bit of an edge over other people, or you go hard on it, right? Or at least as hard as you can, and then when the game comes out in global, you sell your account and you reinvest the money into global. You know that there's multiple ways to look at it. Is I guess the spirit just disappeared. Oh. Whatever. At least I'm already in position. Ancient Spirit is annoying. Yeah, it feels weird to like not basically lose half of real rotation when Ancient Spirit is out. So even gameplay wise, I think it's going to be better for it to be this way. But it's certainly going to be interesting to see how it pans out. I need to play summoner types in MMOs. Yeah, I mean, Elementalist is, I mean, Spirit Master is really good. Honestly, no complaints about the class. There's maybe a few things I would like to change about the class, but, you know. Yo, Skillet Sama, thank you for the sub. Big Prime, appreciate it. Could sell if I farm enough? Yeah, exactly. Now, granted, right? Obviously, you would not be the only guy to do that, and there's a pretty good chance that right before Global comes out, the market for accounts is going to crash because everyone's going to try to sell their account before they go to Global. So you do run the risk of, you know, making a loss. But, you know. Debating if I want to play Chanter or Cleric when this comes out on Global. I mean, both are really solid, although I guess it depends on what you prefer. I think Chanter is a better class right now. Like, as a whole, I think Chanter is a better class. If you look at, like, every single type of content. At least to me. Because Cleric is strong in a group, but Cleric kind of struggles on its own in PvP. At least as of right now. Again, the balance changes every week, so. What about the gearing system? Mana Stones, God Stones? Good gears are character balance, just like OG Ion? Yeah, pretty much everything like that is in Iron 2 and is basically the same. The difference with Mana Stones is basically Mana Stones on Iron 2, you use a single Mana Stone and it fills every slot with a random assortment of stats. So basically when you get a piece of gear, you just like spam mana stones until you get like a decent assortment of stats based on the stats that you want to get. Like that's the main difference. Like god stones are basically functionally the same. Although they were initially they were completely OP in Iron 2, but they nerfed them and now they're actually more reasonable than on Iron 1, if you can believe that. I played Chanter and Cleric on Iron 1. I play Cleric more there. Yeah. I mean Cleric is good, right? Cleric is good, but Cleric just went from being a really strong class in PvP to being more of a group support. Yeah. Again, at least right now, right? But anything balanced, like, just take with a grain of salt right now, because we have major balance patches like every week or every other week. So yeah, for both PvE and PvP. And we already know we're gonna get a significant balance patch on the 22nd, so. Not upgrading gear beyond the bunnies is useless. Yeah, I mean, if you're upcrafting, like for the accessories, I guess, upcrafting beyond that gets you like free itemable. Like it doesn't really cost much, so you might as well do it. But power-wise, no, it doesn't do that much. Like Cleric on 9-2 is because I opportunity to deal at least damage. I mean, yeah, gameplay-wise, right? Gameplay-wise, Cleric in this game feels good. It feels good, entertaining, like both in PvE and PvP, you have a lot to do. Although in PvP, it genuinely lacks a CC. Like, the bread and butter of solo Cleric in Iron 1 was the root. It was root and I want to call it Holy Strike, but it wasn't called Holy Strike. What the fuck was Hallowed Strike? Hallowed Strike, there you go. It was root and Hallowed Strike, right? To be able to, you know, keep people at bay and like stay in control of the pacing of the fight. Cleric doesn't have those tools in this game. So you kind of get outpaced by classes that have better CCs than you right now. So I hope they eventually come around to giving us more stuff like that. More time goes on, the more I don't like the condemnation reset. I don't mind it, personally. Although I think it should just be 100% at this point. The fact that it's a proc is just a bit weird. But I mean, it's no different than weaving left click, right? Which other classes have to do. Like we're weaving condemnation most of the time. Is the difference.
The moment light reaches space, truth shall shatter.
Not sure if I should craft horns if I have crafted accessories beyond additional soulbinds. On accessories, like, you don't really benefit from crafting above. Dude, why is this guy running to me if he's not gonna fucking do it, dude? Like, there's not much actual benefit stats-wise. Okay, let me correct. On earrings and necklace, the passives are pretty good to get on classes like, let's say, assassin that actually want to roll fucking every passive under the sun. But for most classes, like 6 soulbind slots is enough. So you just craft demonic, it gives you the itemable, and you're just kind of done with it. Like, Horn Dragon is mostly weapon guard, chest legs, maybe Spolders. Spolders are also pretty decent. God damn. I don't know how you're getting one shot with so much damage tolerance, honestly. Now with nerfs to ults, how many ults are worth having? Basically, like, ideally what you want is one really juiced ult, yeah. Instead of having like 50 shitty ones, you want to have one good ult, yeah, to fill in the blank with the dungeon to hit your diminishing return every week.
The moment light reaches space, truth shall shatter.
I'm not getting baited by you again. Fuck that. I've been standing at the exact same location every single dungeon since we started, and people are just inching towards me more and more. It's like, bro. Can I transfer stats from unique to heroic items? Yes. You can do it 3 times per season, although it has a cost. It will transfer the enhancement level and the soul binds.
Can you penetrate the illusion?
Please don't come. Okay, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Did it not? Yeah.
Is mine and Taylor's. Be gone!
Well, we're gonna have to do it twice every time, huh? This is really not helping with the whole I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to do this today thing. It will transfer 100% soulbind or just a few of them? It transfers all of them, yeah. Now, if you do something like what I did, which, like, if you transfer a crafted item, so let's say you have, for me, right, I had an Ebony weapon, which has 5 stats, and I transferred it into a Ludra weapon, which has 4 stats. It picked 4 out of the 5 stats at random. Other than, like, otherwise it just transfers everything, yeah. And if it's the opposite, it transfers everything, and it keeps one of the original soul binds at random on the recipient. It also keeps the current level of the soul binds, in the sense that, like, let's say you have 13 combat speed, and your transfer is gonna transfer to 13 combat speed. I mean, it's the same as the usual inheritance, right? One all juiced, perfect because I hit multiples. Yeah. Personally, I think it's a good sweet spot, yeah. The one thing I want to see them remove, though, if I'm gonna be honest, I want them to remove the final boss kill count from dungeons. Like, we are already limited on the amount of entries we have per week anyways, like on the final reward count, right? So why have the final boss kill count? Like, that I don't get. They should remove the ticket system. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. But if they're gonna keep anything, like, just have a weekly... Just have, like, the rewards, right? Because the other thing that sucks is... Once you're out, like, the final boss kill counts also prevents you from helping friends on shit, right? Like, it's an MMO. Let me help people. Same thing with the Sanctuary, like the entry tickets on Sanctuary should go as well, for the same reason. Are they gonna stack it? Okay, now we go. Having to balance it with kill counts energy, it hella sucks, yeah. It's too many systems stacked on top of each other is the problem, yeah. IMO. I mean, I think they will come around to it. Like, I think they did the change at the beginning of the season. Like, surely they're going to notice that one of those ticket system has to go. It just doesn't make any sense for it to even exist, right? Maybe that's because they also want to provide boosting services. That is what they want to do, but at the end of the day, let me just like tell you this. Whatever you do, there will always be boosting systems. Carry runs will always exist, regardless of how many fucking roadblocks you put. People are gonna abuse the system. It doesn't matter. So the only thing that those entry restrictions do is prevent people from helping each other, which is bad because this is an MMO, you know. And also, I guess I'm just gonna remake the group. Yeah. And also, a lot of people are getting pressured into buying carry runs because they want to catch up to their friends because their friends can't help them until they catch up. You know what I mean? Like, it's completely contradictory, basically. So it doesn't actually help the problem, it just moves the problem. So I hope they eventually get around to changing that. Alright, let me change it. I guess this guy's probably good, right? Let me change to, I guess Templar would probably be a bit, I do like Chanter though. That's pretty good. Entry tickets in Sanctuary also promotes gatekeeping. Yeah, exactly. It also prevents people from just like making a pug and progging. And it heavily fucks pugs in the ass as well. Because if you get a bad pug, all of a sudden you lost your week of Sanctuary. You know? It doesn't feel good. It's not good. Do you have to have some stable mandatory consumables like any? Yes, it's the exact same consumables. It's your usual 3 scrolls, your healing pots, your potions, your tick potions, your power shards. It's the same shit. The main change is that the scrolls you just buy from an NPC and you can upgrade them with craft. But for the most part, like the default scrolls are fine. You basically just use battle scrolls if you're doing like more high-end stuff like arena and raid and so on and so forth. But for the day-to-day stuff, you just use the shitty NPC scrolls and potions and so on and so forth. I got Luger Guard today. Congratulations. Will you keep it or will you convert it into a weapon? That's a problem which is not possible to fix anyhow, I think. I think it is. I think it is. If they just remove everything and they just like move the lockout to the loot obtention and then they put a strict TOS on people advertising carry runs in game, which means that these people will not be able to pollute the recruitment channels anymore, right? Because if they do, they get banned. They will have to move to Discords. Basically, there will be the same amount of carry runs, but at least you will be able to help people, you know? So it's an easy fix. It's just that they have to figure it out. And I'm sure they will figure it out eventually. Is that right now they are being overzealous because it's just like all of the system, like all of the system changes to try and punish bots, right? They're just being overzealous because people are watching, right? Like the Koreans are very, very sus of NC stuff, right? So they're just being overzealous for now, but eventually they're gonna figure it out that that's not the way to go. I just saw you activate power shards. Yeah. Again, Iron 2 is a streamlined Iron 1, but it still very much has Iron running in the DNA. Even within PvP, like even though the PvP isn't as good right now because the balance is a bit wacky, like there's a few very wacky things in PvP right now, which hopefully they will eventually fix. But the baseline is also the same, right? It's remove shock baiting, covering, like you're still looking out for the same stuff. And there's the main difference is that there's no tech like in Iron 1, like slide shotting, jump shotting, everything. Like this game doesn't have that. The only quote-unquote like tech that you do is trying to perfect dodge CCs to deflect them. Like that's about it. Got Ludra Bracelet, but on my main ult for a second I was like, oh man. Yeah, I have a Ludra Bracelet, I'm just not gonna touch it though. Like I just don't have the finances for this shit. Let's hope they will realize it next 5 months until global. I mean, even if they don't, it's just one of those things that global will bitch about. And if global bitches about it, they will eventually change it. Because that's what happened in like Throne, for example. Like it's... I'm not really concerned about it. I do want them to fix a few things in the game. Obviously as fast as possible, because like PvP right now to me is unplayable because of life leech. That's the main reason. And on my class, I'm missing a CC like root that actually functions, because we have root, but it's dog shit. It's unusable. So I do want to change them ASAP so I can enjoy PvP more, but ultimately I'm not like mega pressed about it. I'm just kind of following the motions, you know. I'm just doing what the game allows me to do in any given moment, and I just go through the motions, yeah. Did you hear from the content? Yeah. I mean, Sanctuary as it is right now, like, has to change a decent amount of things, in my opinion. Wish they had removed the scroll system in the second game, just knowing I didn't sell pets. There's no pets. Scrolls are auto use. So it's yeah. Like scrolls are just a consumable that you buy basically. It's just like a soft keyness sync, I guess, but they are auto use in this game. Like basically like the pet automatic use from Iron 1 and the auto looting and everything is just built in this game. Looks like wings from seasonal reward is Bis wings. You mean the Talisra? Yeah. The CDR, right? CDR is too good. Oops. CDR is way too good. It also has like a bunch of other like nice stats, so. Like the Drometa wings are decent for PV as well, but yeah, the Talisra is like really, really good. But like the pet that you see behind me, basically the way it is in this game is your pet is your mount. So like when you select a main mount, you have the mount follow you as a small form behind you. But like it functionally doesn't do anything. It's just cosmetic. Isn't everyone here? Yeah. But again, like that's why I say Iron 2 is a streamlined Iron 1. It's like, yeah. A lot of the stuff from Iron 1 is there. It's just streamlined to be more accessible and more modern, I guess. That they made those wings free for everyone this season. I mean, honestly, most people had those from season 1. TBH. My pet start is bulk of the DPS. It's true. It was like a sun. I guess there's no tanks anymore, so no one wants to pull XD. I haven't played Ion since patch 1.5, and thank you for the follow, Eduardo. Is the history still about Asmos vs Edios and the dragons beat down our back with fake human appearances? Yeah, the story from Iron 2 picks up from Iron 1, yeah. I mean, there's a few things going on. If you want a lore recap from this game, I recommend someone called Asfel on YouTube. This guy makes lore recaps of both Iron 1 and Iron 2, so if you want to like be up to date with everything that's going on, both everything that happened on Iron 1 and the stuff that has happened in Iron 2 so far, I would recommend looking at his videos. Yeah. He does a good job recapping everything. But yeah, the main thing you have to know is we already know that next expansion we're going back to Pandemonium, Sanctum, Eltnen, and Morheim are gonna be the zones in the next expansion, which should be in like 2.5 months. It's 2-hour video. Look, man, you're gonna be watching this stream for 2 hours. You can manage a video. Like, just when you're turning off your brain and you're grinding in your favorite game, just put on the video, right? And then every now and again, when you're listening to what he's saying, you go, yes, interesting. And like that's how you're supposed to enjoy that type of video. Oh, shit hit the fan and both Moon and Eos faction are about to be Thanos snapped entirely. Something like that, yeah. Well, also lunch session. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can also consume it like this. That's fine.
The moment light reaches space, truth shall shatter.
Oh, he's dying. I mean, it's fine if this one hits, actually.
Can you penetrate the illusion?
Yeah, I guess just bring this one here, right? Yeah. Yeah, we have 3 people on... Yeah, we're 2-2 actually, that's fine. We good. Although we are double support on this, so... Yeah, 2 seconds is fine, yeah.
I will never leave Tana's side!
Man, Pogs, I figured it out, man. Wow. 2 weapons, a Belic mat, and a Philistone. Ding, 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 brother. You love to see it. Day 2 hard mode, dungeons become easy suddenly when everyone knows the mech. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm still gonna be making the guide tomorrow. But, you know. Do you mind typing here the name of the guy who has videos about the Iron history? Yeah, sure. Oh my fucking god, dude. I'm logged off of Twitch on OBS. Okay, one sec. That's the one. I think his YouTube channel is called AsphalGG. But if you type Ion Asphalt, you'll find him. He has like 2,000-3,000 subs or something. Like, PFP is like Icon of Wings, whatever. Is there a cap to upgrade gear? Start to upper tier? No. If you mean the upcraft, no, you can just keep going until you hit the until you hit the highest level. And also there's no amount of craft limit per season. You can just keep doing it. Iron history, it's on top. Yeah. Not many people cover that, so he's pretty easy to find. Weapon gear from the expedition are tradable. Just sometimes it drops this option, I don't know how it works. The personal loot is bind on obtaining. The loot you pick up on the ground is bind on equip. So this one can be sold in the auction house. So basically, when you kill the boss drops like 1 piece of equipment from its drop pool at pretty much the same rate as the cube rate, right? And it can be anything. Usually it's a blue piece of gear because that's the most common, but it can be a gold piece of gear, it can be an orange piece of gear, right?
You will take my place!
And these are tradable. Basically, okay, think of it like the stuff that drops on the ground is the Iron 1 loot, and the stuff you get in the cube is the Iron 2 loot. Like, you can basically think of it like this. And the Iron 1 loot is tradable. Oh, the Chanter D seed. Feels bad. Do you turn on auto extract? It will extract tradable gear? Yes. But I only have it turned on for white, green, and blue equipment. So it won't extract gold. You like PvP and PvE separate gear sets like in original? Yes. You do. PvP gear has a penalty when you use it in PvE. PvE gear doesn't have a penalty in PvP though. But most of it is going to be worse in PvP, but specifically right now, the highest tier of crafted weapon, guard, chest, and legs are better than PvP, which is something that people are complaining about, so that might change at some point. Because of the way stat scaling works on the different grades of equipment. Now that being said, it's only better because it's not really realistic to get the absolute highest tier of PvP gear right now, based on the amount of medals that we can get. Obviously, the equivalent PvP gear is better, but the crafted gear is better, easier to get than the PvP gear is the problem. So that's why people are using some of those. Like, we still have the same stuff as well, like extendables are in the game as well. Like, it's, again, very, very similar in many aspects. Like, the weapon I have, this one is extendable. Like, you can see extend here. With the medals, yeah.
I will protect the High Priestess.
The main difference with extendables in this game is extendables also work on ranged classes. So like there's extendable bows and books and orbs and so on and so forth.
You will be punished!
Extendable book, yeah. I mean, the term extendable obviously doesn't make much sense in that front. Like, just think of it as weapons that have extra range. Now, there is a trade-off for extendables in this game, though. Like, you know how I was talking about the soul binds earlier? Like the stats that you have, the stat lines that you have on your gear? Extendables have one less stat line compared to other equipment, so in terms of like raw stats, they're quite a fair bit weaker than regular because of that. But obviously, extendability as a perk is really nice to have, just like in Iron 1. For many reasons. Also, as of last patch, they added an extendable PvP weapon. So, there's that.
Duty.
But it is very hard to get. I don't see anyone having it for a decent amount of time. And if I think about its function, but think about how the book extending further, yeah. It's stretchy pages, brother. But I mean, it doesn't actually have a, like, the ranged extends don't really have a, like an animation like the melee do. It's just you have extra range, and like that's that. Like the book doesn't extend like Looney Tunes style. Do you think faded accessory is better than True Dragon? No, I don't think so. Like, obviously you get a bit more raw stats, but ultimately you're losing like half of the PvE damage boost. So I guess, okay, True Dragon is the level 70 ones, right? I guess it depends, but I mean, honestly, given the amount it would cost you to upgrade the faded accessories, right? Both in potential and to like Diamond 5 to get the % attack, you might as well use that money to upcraft your True Dragon accessories up to like at least Splendid Ebony, right? And even then, that would be cheap. That would be like significantly cheaper. Like, you could probably upgrade it to like all the way to Crimson Dragon, and it would still be cheaper. And then the attack differential would be like basically insignificant. So, but the PvE damage boost would still be better. So yeah, no. Kind of making alternative things easy to get, like extendable. Can you combine attack speed? Again, going back with the whole shtick of this game being streamlined, attack speed and casting speed are combined into one stat in this game called combat speed. So when you have that stat, you're already like having both attack and casting speed. And it's the same as Ion, where it's on the weapon and the gloves. If you could change type, would you sit on Cleric or swap to Chanter or wait for new class? I would just stick on Cleric, like, because, okay, thing is, do I wish I played a class that was better in PvP right now? Yes. But because of my ping, Cleric is still the better choice for both PvE and PvP, you know? So, when it comes to Taiwan specifically, like, I'm just, regardless of what happens, I'm sticking to Cleric, basically. Just because it's honestly the most... The class that just plays the best at high ping. I think it's better than Chanter high ping. I think so, yeah. Because Chanta is like a very like weaving. It's kind of like Gladiator, with the because of the dark cross spam with all of the weaving and so on and so forth. I think makes you lose a lot of DPS, like a lot of DPS. And then you don't have as much in the way of like support. Well, they're not separate, so like you're useful to your group, and like at the end of the day, I think playing Chanta with hyping is fine. But in terms of like what you provide, I think Cleric is just the better option. Because you don't get penalized from being able to heal, you know? Alright. Dr. Crimson, upgraded accessory costs about 500 million for all accessories. Gaining same attack that you get from Heroic is like 10 times cheaper for base stats. Use one soul bind. Yeah, but it's gonna be similar attack, but then you're losing all of the PvE damage. Like you're basically losing half of it. Is the thing, right? And like 500 million in some cases is not even gonna be what you spend to Diamond 5 2 accessories. You know what I mean? Like depending on luck. Because going Diamond 5 on a single piece of orange gear could cost you like 300-400 million easily if you get unlucky. You mentioned there's no slide shots, jump cast and shot. What about weaving? Weaving is in the game, yes. Like basically your auto attack is a skill, and you can animation cancel that skill. So every class does weaving. I don't do it too much because weaving on hyping is like rough, and also weaving on cleric is not the best. But yes, weaving is in the game, and it's kind of functionally the same as on Iron 1, except your auto attack is something that you build. What if someone paid you to class change to Sin? Look man, everything can be bought and sold for the right oil, but it would have to be a very significant amount. But yeah, overall faded accessories in my opinion are bait. I think you're better off running full Crimson Dragon, or even just Demonic, rather than going for faded. Because the attack amount is going to be very similar, but you're going to lose PvE stats, and the enhancing is going to fuck you over. For sure. Now that being said, you can also look at it in the sense that at least when you enhance the faded, then you can transfer it. You can transfer it to like Horn Dragon or whatever, like if you make that long term. And if you look at it this way, sure, but I don't know. I'll pay you 500 the whole, just trying to reroll Glad. Damn. If you pay me 500 a day, maybe I'll do it. Yeah. Are you using any macro which is possible in K? You mean the auto macro thing? No, I don't. I'm playing fully manual because, again, like left click weaving on Cleric isn't like the best to begin with, but with my hyping, all of the tests I did is Condemnation weaving is just always better DPS. And if you try to do both, you're losing Condemnation usage and you're losing DPS. Because Condemnation is like your largest source of DPS. So yeah. I only left click weave in PvP if Chain of Torment is down. Or if I want to proc a Theostone or something. On a running target. Pretty much no brainer at this point to get all Crimson Dragon from Star Dragon. I would say so. I mean, I think at the bare minimum, upgrade to Ebony, like Splendid Ebony. It's very cheap. And if you've been running ults and everything, you should have a bunch of bound mats. So basically, it's not gonna. The only thing it's gonna cost you is maybe a couple of the gold fluxes and the Kina for the upcraft, right? So it's not gonna be too much. Like, I upgraded both of my earrings yesterday, all the way to Splendid Ebony, and it cost me 25 million in total, right? Like that's nothing, and I had to buy all of the fluxes and everything, like the fluxes, the ether, so on and so on. So if you already have these, it's basically not going to cost you anything. Are there DPS meters already? There's an in-game DPS meter. This one, okay, well you don't see it too well, but this is an in-game DPS meter. But there's also third-party DPS meters, yes, that exist. Upgrade to Crimson is kind of dumb. At this point, just go Horned. I mean, the main difference is that you're not really gaining a lot of stats from going Horned, but Horned can fail. Whereas the other one can't fail. So you might as well just upcraft on the accessories. At least that's how I look at it. Okay. Now, Crimson obviously is going to be a bit expensive right now. I would say just go Demonic. Demonic is not going to be very expensive to upgrade, especially because you're going to get a bunch of like the Demonic mats bound from running the new dungeon. So it's not going to cost you much. Like that's why I plan on doing. And then I'm just going to ride the Demonic stuff a long time. Yeah. But considering how cheap the Crimson Dragon mats are, like the new mat is literally 700k right now. Like even that, basically you're looking at the, in terms of the cost, you're looking at the keener costs of the upcraft, I guess, for like Splendent. So, which, you know, given you're not always going to pay that because sometimes you will just proc the upcraft, in which case you won't have to pay for the Splendent. So you know. Or season 4 or 5 will have transfer craft to noble. Yeah, surely, dude. Surely that's gonna happen. Surely they just forgot, right? Right. Like all spend Demonic and then Crimson gets cheaper too. Yeah. I'm gonna do that as well. Because the soul binds don't really change because it's just skills, right? It's just skills. So it's just like a bit of attack that you're getting. Which in the grand scheme of things, I don't think is worth the risk to breaking a craft and then also having to Diamond 5 Orange Gear. Unless you're a whale. Obviously the moment swiping comes into play, then of course always go Horned Dragon, right? If you're like me, where you just don't spend any money into the game, like nah. Horned accessories are not gonna be worth it. From Start of Crimson Planet, yeah. Yeah. I don't think you need Horned Dragon for accessories. Like, if you're gonna make anything Horned Dragon, it's, as I said, it's weapon, guard, chest, legs. Like, these are the main ones. Shoulder pads are pretty decent as well with the crit damage boost and the extra endurance as well. But it's more of a PvE thing. But yeah. But it's not gonna be like a... Like, there's already so much fucking shit to upgrade in the game, you know, right? Like, do you really want to go for the minute, like, extra 10 attack that the Horned Dragon is gonna give you? I don't think so. I mean, look at it from the perspective of PvP, right? If you had to spend your platinum medals into anything right now, if you spend them into accessories, you're actually a dumbass. Like, unironically, like you might be clinically dumb, right? You want to use it on the important pieces. What the? How the fuck did that not work? Oh yeah. So, and crafted is the same thing. White chest legs, because it's the most significant soul binds. And also you can use them in PvP. You can use them in both PvE and PvP. So you're saving money by crafting these. As opposed to having like two separate sets. And yeah, again, it's just the largest amount of stat. It's your damage boost, it's your damage tolerance. It's your endurance, right? In terms of gameplay, is it still Asmos versus Ilios versus Below? Yeah. It is. Lex is in Pentalball? Pants. Yeah, unfortunately they have not made Below playable in this game. Yeah, I hate to see it. Gold medal tolerance is only 8.5. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why if you're gonna make Horned, like, that's what you're gonna go for. Obviously, if you're me, then you don't make any Horned because you're scared that you're gonna break. But yeah, broadly speaking, that's what you would do. Asmo and Ilios are separate as before, like different leveling town. Yes. So they are still separate, but you know, as modern MMO do, like gameplay-wise, PvE you can do together. Like basically you can queue dungeons with Helios and stuff like that, yeah. But the PvP is separate and so on and so forth. Also, the way PvP matchmaking works is, so both factions are not on the same server anymore. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I can't get distracted by this. Anyways, so factions are not on the same server anymore. They're on their own server. So like Asmodeans are on their own server, Helios are on their own server, and the matchmaking is made as a server versus server as opposed to faction versus faction. So matching in the Abyss, sometimes you're going to be matched Asmo against Asmo, depending on like balancing and stuff. Should have been me, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with this fucking dungeon. I was not getting any orange gear in the old dungeons, and now here we are, right? I've gotten like 5 pieces already. I mean, I can't complain, right? It's gonna be transfer mat, you know? I can't bitch about this. It evens out, yeah. Like honestly, I will take transfer stones because, look, at the end of the day, I do have this now, but one day I'm gonna upgrade and I'm gonna need a shit ton of transfer stones. So the more I get right now, the safer I will be when I eventually need to transfer. Need more orange? Yeah. It's never a bad thing to get orange, yeah. Never a bad thing. Although I do want to get some gold weapons right now to potential up my Ludra mace. Also, Sakura just said he doesn't understand Chinese, so I guess one of the Chinese guy was talking to me in chat. Oh well. I'm sure they can figure it out. I'm so happy I got all my faded. Yeah. It's nice. I'm probably going to use a ticket to get the faded boots with one of my extra pieces, yeah. Okay. The way I want to go is I just want to keep 2 tickets in case I get a weapon. And then any extra tickets I'll just be using to roll the extra faded that I'm missing, yeah. But I do want to have the two tickets in case a weapon drops. Oh god, no. Since right accessories and worth it, we'll transfer into Lunar Bracelets. Yeah. Basically, when faded accessories get added, or if you get a faded accessory from Corroded, like, just use that shit to make transfer stones. But that's really all there is to it. Ticketed trick the game that we wasted ticket. I mean, I'm not really... Look, man, I'm happy to have an orange weapon. I'm gonna be honest, I thought I was going to go the entirety of Taiwan without getting an orange weapon. So I'm happy with that already. I'm not asking for more, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to abandon this character eventually, so... How many dungeons you got left? How do you push endurance to 60 plus? You need orange chests, legs. You need orange bracelet with destiny. You need destiny on your Pantheon. Maybe you roll some endurance on your Genius Insight as well. Or you just play Templar. You know, that's another option. What weapon do you get? This. Let me leave it on screen for a second. Let me just like take it in. Like, yeah. Finally have something good, dude. Congrats, thank you. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, whatever.
I will protect the High Priestess.
But I got a Ludra Guard, and I morphed it into a mace. And yeah, again, I'm gonna say it again because I said it at the beginning of the stream, but I feel like not enough people heard about this. So I wanted to transfer, like, inherit my Ebony weapon into my Ludo Mace. And I figured that since rerolling stats on orange weapon is so fucking annoying, I might as well reroll my Ebony Mace to have damage boost on the first 4 soul binds. So this way when I transfer the mace, damage boost is already on the Ludo Mace and I don't have to deal with it anymore, right? So I rolled off 2 stats on my Ebony Mace to be able to reroll it on the 4th slot. And I spent between 350 and 400 rerolls to get damage boost on my Ebony Mace. It cost me 35 million Kina and all of the reroll mat that I had. I got it. I transferred my Ebony Mace into the Ludra, and the damage boost got skipped. It took the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th slot. Because as it turns out, the inheritance from gold to orange, if the slot amount is lesser on the recipient, it just takes 4 soul binds at random from the 5, instead of taking the first 4 soul binds. So PSA, do not do that. I'm very sad. Yes, I was a bit disgruntled when I saw MP transfer into my Ludra Mace. I will say that. But you know, I always end that ends well. You know, I was able to course correct and get status effect chance and, you know, enhance it and be able to use it. But it was a very low moment. Is 12% from pet, 16% armor, the rest from destiny? Yes. But again, it's a budget thing, it's a build thing. Like, it depends on what you want to do with your character. Personally, I'm a regen gang. Yeah. Damn. Have you seen anyone do a yellow to orange transfer yet? Do you know for sure? Bro. Wait, did we not have the TP? I guess this guy can open it. Wait, did this guy just go? Fuck. I guess we have to walk. Raiden, I just said I transferred my Ebony Mace into the Ludra Mace. Were you not listening? Like, yes, it transfers the diamond as 1 level of enhancement. So yes, my Ludra Mace was plus 20. And it took 4 out of the 5 soul binds at random and applied it to the Ludra Mace. Are there bosses from Iron 1? Yes. Bakama is from Iron 1. Promede is from Iron 1. Like, there's a bunch of stuff from Iron 1 actually. Yeah, I guess we can just go there and take the mirror. I think it's faster, isn't it? I mean, you don't have to do the jump thing if you do that. I guess I'll just do that. Do you do more damage with the Ludra Mace than the mace you had? Yes. I mean, I did gain 300 attack, so that counts for something. That being said, my attack is shit. I mean, my DPS is shit anyways, but it is better. I guess one of the very noticeable thing is the higher percentage on these, so I have higher status effect chance, higher combat speed, so on and so forth. I do still need to roll damage boost on the Philo slot, but yeah, that's in due time, right? But either way, it is an upgrade. Also, the extendability has been pretty nice in niche scenarios. Like, namely, when I was rifting earlier. Oh, speaking of rift, actually, I need to go. Yeah, we need to finish this. Right, when I was rifting earlier, I was able to attack people in towns while remaining out of range of the guards, which is pretty nice. Yeah, okay, I have 10 minutes. I mean, 10 minutes should be enough. Okay. Bottom line is, if we wipe once, I'm going out. I think that's reasonable. I only have 2 dungeons left anyways. Like, I can finish the last one off stream or something. Wait, is it not? Okay, I mean, I guess that works. So this guy was this guy was able to cross. On stand, getting lure from weapon of a god. It's not that hard to craft wand. It's not guaranteed. It is absolutely not guaranteed. You still have like a 30-40% chance to fail, and I'm not spinning that dice. So yeah, no. It's it's still gonna cost me like 300-400 million to click the button, and then I have a 30% chance to fail, and I'm not taking that. I'm just not taking the chance.
This road is mine and King's. Be gone!
Like, I don't spend money in the game, right? And I'm stretching my resources very thin. I'm stretching my resources very thin because I'm keeping up in both PvE and PvP, right? So every single bit counts. Like 300 million is enough to finish. It's enough to finish like the Diamond 5 on all of my PvP gear, right? And I would be spending this to risk failing the craft, and I'm not taking that risk. Is the new dungeon mace out of 100 before the Ludra mace DPS wise? No. The thing with the orange weapons is because you have 5 extra level of an enhancement, you have a lot more base attack from the enhancement, right? So orange is basically always going to be better. Same thing, right? Like the Ludra mace probably has more, is probably better than the whatchamacallit, Crimson Dragon as well. Open up a god right now. I mean, it's just that the god makes less of a difference, right? If it's lower level, so a lot of people are just running Ludra guards because all you're using is the bit of PvE attack, right? And I get that, but for me the weapon was the bigger upgrade, right? Because I am using a dedicated PvE and PvP guard on my sets already, and my current weapon was really bad. Like my weapon was NQ Ebony, right? So upgrading my weapon was by far the biggest upgrade to me. I mean, again, I'm not done enhancing, I'm not done doing everything. I already gained 300 attack, right? As well as the extendability, so... And like losing one stat line doesn't really do much because I don't really care too much about losing precision. Because I'm not running accuracy anymore. And I already have enough accuracy for PvE anyways. One weapon carry very important soulbind stats. Yeah, man, I don't disagree. If the question is Horn Dragon weapon better than Ludra? Yeah, obviously. It's high eye level, it has more PvE attack, it has more soulbinds. Like, GG's, right? But that's not the question here. The question is the opportunity cost versus the risk. And on that front, I can tell you that for me, the Ludra weapon was the better choice. %100%. It's awful. I'm not gonna get the Odell, you guys can get my Odell. If you're DPS, it's a no-brainer. I mean, obviously, yes, but again, to me specifically, even if I was a DPS, which I was never gonna be a DPS on the server I have 200 ping on anyways, I'm just not like rolling the dice. Again, if they had a guaranteed craft, right? If there was a guaranteed craft, or if there was a way to upcraft into Horn Dragon, that would be a different story. But there is not, so. Ludra Guard has 6 slot with Philistone. Yeah. Ludra Guard is not as big of a loss compared to Horn Dragon, is the main point, right? You're just losing a bit of PvE damage, as I said. And like a bit of attack from the level differential, but nowhere near as much as the weapon. But again, the fact of the matter is, it's a free weapon versus one that would cost me 300 to 400 million with a 30% chance to just like evaporate my money. So, yeah. Like, you say that it's basically guaranteed, right? I can tell you I have already 3 separate people that have come to me to say that even at level 70 they failed their Horn Dragon craft. So... there's that. And like, this isn't global for me. Like, this isn't my definitive server. Like, if I fail a craft like Horn Dragon, I'm probably never gonna attempt it again until global comes out. Unless they massively change something, so. Also, it's not like I'm losing anything. I'm not really losing anything, because if I eventually upgrade to a better weapon, I'm just gonna be able to transfer that one. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't do anything. The only thing I quote-unquote lost was the Ludra Guard. But let me tell you one thing. I was never going to upgrade a Ludra Guard. So, there's that. Like, I was never going to upgrade a Ludra Guard considering I had an Ebony weapon. I was never going to spend money into that. So, yeah. Buy from auction house? That's 1 billion Gina. I don't have 1 bill. And 1 bill would be like 2 months of farming. 2 months without doing any upgrades anywhere else. I can't afford to do that. Like, if I show up in 2 months with 0 upgrades into the new sanctuary with my pre-made, I'm gonna be a burden. That's what I'm gonna be. And for what? To get a tiny bit more DPS from my weapon as a cleric, when I already don't have DPS because I have 200 ping? Nah. Like, no. 60-70% at level 50 according to more Chinese bot farm that crafts for profit. 60% maybe, yeah. I mean, as I said, it is basically a coin flip, right? So 60% I could see, yeah. Wouldn't be the same with the weapon? What do you mean? My Guildcraft was a true underdog story at level 50, was 1 tick on failing. Yeah, nah, I'm never spinning that dice. Like, bro, I failed Star Dragon crafts. I failed Dark Dragon crafts. You think I'm gonna craft Horned? Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you think I'm made out of money? Okay, well, I tried to Defiance, but this guy absolutely one-shot me, dude. Holy shit. Like, I second thought my Defiance, and then I decided to press it. It's in cooldown, you see? But I died anyways. How much fucking damage did this guy do to me? Oh wait, am I on the wrong gear? Oh, I'm on the wrong fucking gear. Well, no wonder. Well, I guess I'm standing AFK here. Yeah, gee guys, I wonder why the Gladiator fucked my ass in PvE gear. That's a real fucking mystery, that one. I cannot seem to drop with the weapon though. Skill issue, honestly. Wouldn't upgrade Ludra's Guard. Why to upgrade Ludra's weapon instead? Because the Ludra Guard is a very minute upgrade to me, whereas the Ludra weapon gave me 300 attack. That's the reason. Because, okay. Because the guard isn't gonna give me as much attack compared to like my current guard, right? Whereas the weapon is like a lot. It just gives me more. Like in general, it's just more. Because I had, dude, you guys need to realize I had an NQ Ebony mace, dude. Do you guys realize how dog shit that is for the current state of the game? Like, I know it doesn't look like I'm that behind, based on like the fact that I'm able to defend myself in PvP and I'm clearing the latest PvE content, but dude, NQ Ebony weapon. You know what I mean? And also one thing that you guys have to consider, and like that's also my reasoning. The guard is a lot more likely to drop from corroded than a weapon. Why? Because you can get the guard from the mini bosses. So if I'm gonna upgrade anything from Ludra, I might as well upgrade a weapon because I'm more likely to get the corroded guard. You know what I mean? It's just I measured like the pros and the cons of everything, and it's just what I landed on. The guard can upgrade, yeah, but like I would rather not transfer my guard into another guard if I can just like upgrade a new guard, right? And this way I have both a weapon and a guard, if that makes sense. I mean, I could also like transfer the corroded guard into the corroded weapon, but I don't have the tickets for that right now, and I won't have the tickets for a couple of weeks. And ultimately, there's also the options that I just get another Ludra Guard, and then I haven't lost anything. Because the only thing that it's costing me are the tickets. And bro, I have 6 million fucking Ludra tickets. Like, I've been sitting on Ludo tickets since the dawn of time, so like I'm not losing anything. You're losing might stat from the guard? I have 191 might, like I'm not exactly far off from the cap. Like 9 might is not gonna make or break. Must have to have heroic weapon and guard. Yeah, but I can't have both right now. I just don't have the budget for that. What are these guys doing? They're in a group, yeah. I can't really handle that. I'm using Ebony Guard and I just got Ludo Guard. I don't think I will upgrade to Ludo Guard, too expensive. I'm free to play 2, only sub, I have Ludo Guard 2. I mean, again, it depends on your situation. Like, if your weapon is satisfactory, then upgrading to the Ludo Guard might be worth it for you, right? Just because of the raw amount of stats you're gonna get and the extra attack from the enhancement. It just depends, right? Like, again, if I already had a good weapon, I would have used the Ludo Guard. That's the fact. But fact of the matter is, my current weapon sucked mega balls. Like, it gargled balls beyond belief, right? So I had to do something about it. And that's what I did. You're in whale territory now. I mean, I might be 4K now, but the whales are like 4.3, 4.4, right? So I'm always like a bit behind. Wait, obviously, if you're like me, if you're like a sub-only guy and you don't spend any money into the game, upgrading any orange gear is always going to be a tall order and a tough decision to make. So ultimately, it just depends on your situation and what is going to be the bigger upgrade for you. How about the supposedly new accessory brooch and pendant? What do you think it will drop? Honestly, we don't even know if these are actual like gear or if it's just like a cosmetic thing. There's just data for those gear slots in the client, so who fucking knows? It could be this season, it could be next season, it could be never, it could just be placeholder. We don't know. Whales are 4.7, 4.8. I mean, not in PvP, because you don't run everything crafted in PvP, right? They coded like pieces of gear. Yeah. I mean, it's likely gear, right? But we just don't know anything for sure, right? Like, some stuff have been in the client forever and have never been used, so it is likely it's gonna get used, but we just don't know. That game, the gear progression is fun. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I'm enjoying myself, like slowly upgrading my shit, but I do have to make decisions. How much get you there to 4K plus? I know it's not cheap. What, you mean like real money? I don't spend money in this game. I only buy the sub, that's it. Want to see how a bunny weapon pounds compared to Ludo weapon in damage from that additional soulbind slot? The thing is, I'm not losing anything. I'm not losing anything because the soulbind that I lose is precision. And I was not using precision anyways because I'm accuracy capped in PvE. And I'm not running accuracy in PvP anymore. What is the max power? I mean, eye level versus combat power is like very different. Also, it differs by class. But eye level wise, like the mega whales are probably around 4.6, 4.7, yeah. There's accuracy cap in PvE? Yes, there is. There's an accuracy threshold you need to hit for the mobs not to parry you. For DPS players? Oh, that I don't know. Because obviously as a DPS you're also running shit like multi-hit, right? So, yeah. Yeah, for a healer it's a no-brainer to use Ludo weapon. I don't necessarily know if it's a no-brainer, but for me at least it was, yeah. Ludo weapon even compared to Ebony has like 450 more attack. Yeah. Like, if you're Diamond 5, Ludra compared to Ebony is 400 more attack. At Diamond 5. So, yeah, that's pretty significant. Does extend increase range of heals and buffs? It doesn't. It's only attacks. It's only attacks. I mean, that being said though, like the extra attack that I got made my healing stronger. So, I guess that counts for something, right? Since healing scales off of attack now. Still kill you with one hit death when you hit 4.6? No. I'm able to like fight against even the biggest of whales. And I'm able to beat some of them. It depends on the class, it depends on like how good they are at the game, and most of the whales are like dog shit, so yeah. But I will say that the biggest differential in power that I have right now compared to like a mega whale or anything isn't so much the gear, it's my ping. It's my ping and the class balance. Like, these two are the biggest factor. By far. It's not even close. Like, class matchup and ping are always going to be a bigger problem in PvP. At the stage I'm at. English is bad, Sorrow? Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, I understand what you're saying, so. Who are you, and what did you do with my streamer? My streamer never gets cube. I got keys, brother. I actually run daily, so I have like 5 keys. What are your thoughts on PvP weapons? I feel like I rarely see people getting PvP weapons. The problem with PvP weapons is the same as with the fucking chest piece and guards and legs and so on and so forth. It's not that... The problem isn't so much that... I don't have keys anymore. PvP gear is worse. The problem is that gold gear is a lot worse than orange gear because of soulbind scaling. But orange PvE gear is much easier to get than orange PvE gear, sorry, is much easier to get than orange PvP gear. Obviously, High Commander gear is going to be better than Horned Dragon PvP, right? Obviously. But fact of the matter is, High Commander gear is not accessible. You open without key? It's a red cube, you can't. I just realized, did you DG evolve? What the... What is that supposed to mean? What's the accuracy cap for PvE on the new content? It should be around... I mean, it should have changed. I don't think the new dungeon is higher. I think it's still around 2000, right? It's going to be higher on the new Transcendence and the new Sanctuary, right? I would expect it's going to be around 2.2, 2.3 on those. Can't wait for the West release. Yeah, you and me, brother. Everyone's waiting here. This entire chat is a bunch of people just waiting for the game to come in the West. Like, how many people do we have right now? Yeah, 40 people on the stream. Everyone is waiting. 20% PvP damage boost on tradable weapon should be better than horn weapon. No, because you're losing so much attack and so much fucking raw soul binds. It's insane the amount you're losing. Now, with that said, maybe with the potential system, because it brings it to 20%, maybe that's more competitive. But fact of the matter is, the potential system on PvP gear right now might as well not exist, because shit doesn't fucking drop. So we're gonna have to wait for it to come from other stuff before it even comes into play. And also, potential is likely not going to transfer, so you're probably gonna have to want to use these stones on the highest of tier gear anyways. You'd still be able to hit the PvP damage tolerance cap using two PvP pieces. It would probably not high commanded though. I mean, maybe. We'll see. I haven't really run the math on it, to be honest. The main thing is you're going to be losing on the... like, if you compare, like, a full set of High Commander, you're losing on the set effect as well, right? Which is quite significant. So, you know, there's that as well. Remember when we could just PvP gear everywhere? Yeah, pretty sure I remember. Pleasure play, get flood 2.8. I stopped, the ping is bad. Yeah, the ping is bad, obviously. Which is, again, the reason why I'm playing Cleric. I'm just dealing with the ping. It's not ideal. Obviously, I'm at a huge disadvantage, like, all the way throughout. Like, 200 ping is never going to be good on a game like this. But, you know, I'm trying to manage. It's still these 3 guys. I mean, I can't do anything because it's literally just evasion people with a Cleric. Like, It's not even... I can't even fucking attempt to, dude. It's just not gonna end well. I guess I'll go check the island. Man, there's not even bots right now. That fucking sucks. They need to do something about rifting, dude. They need to bring people back into rifting. The last set bonus is also damage tolerance though, so 2 pieces of PvE gear is probably better. I guess for the extra soulbind, right? Just the extra line, maybe, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, right? They just need to outright nerf PvE gear and PvP the same way they nerf PvP and PvE. Although they need to do it even more drastically for it to actually do something. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like people have been asking for them to do that for a while, but they've kind of been like turning a blind eye. I don't know. I mean, maybe eventually, right? It is just a bit stupid how a lot of the PvP gear is not getting any use because of the way it is right now. Like, it just sucks that basically at the bare minimum, the weapon and the guard from PvP, like, barely anyone is using because of that. Doesn't really make any sense. Now, at least we have a really good high commander weapon to get eventually, right? Like, we have something to aim towards too, and like that is gonna be really good, but it's completely inaccessible for now. Too much AP, too many medals, which by the way, can we remove the AP cap? Like, can we just remove it at this point? I don't think, like, I get why it was there at the beginning of the game. I don't think it's doing anything anymore. Right? We're just metal gated anyways, like... Just let us farm stigmas, let us farm potions. Did I remove the rank requirement to buy PvP gear? Yes, but the rank requirement is still there to buy medals. Although it is class-based now, so it's easier to get. Thoughts on the PvP potential? I know 100k AP is too much for me per click. It's not too much tribunus. I don't have any thoughts because to me it just doesn't exist right now. It's just not in the game. Have you tried farming in the Abyss? That shit doesn't drop. They put it in the game, but it doesn't exist yet. It won't exist until they put it as like a quest reward or something that we can reliably farm. Until then, it doesn't exist. Like, you're gonna be able to click the button like once within like 60 million years of farming, basically. I fucking hate these guards so much. I got one? Yeah. You need like 5 to press the button once. And then you get like a little bit of percentage, right? Like, it virtually doesn't exist yet, basically. Let's people accumulate while previously you couldn't. Yeah. My guildmate got full. I mean, maybe if you're botting in the Abyss 24/7, you might be getting more, right? But I know people who farmed for like an entire day and they got like 0 or 1. Like, how many do you need? Like, you need 1 for the first level. I'm guessing it like doubles every level, just like the other potential system. Like, you need so many of them. 5,000 mobs to drop 1. Yeah, exactly. It might as well not fucking exist. You need 2 for level 2. It's probably just like the other potential system, so it doubles every level, right? So it's gonna be like 1, 2, 4, 8 or something. Like, I don't know. And then for orange gear, you need 5 golds to morph into 1 orange. Yeah. Only got 1 farming for an hour and a half. I got 0. I'm gonna go back after this rift. Like, after this rift, I'm gonna go farm in the Abyss a bit. To do my Abyss weekly, my 2,000 mobs. We'll see if I get one. Yeah, we'll see, maybe. Surely, right? Like the pet system, it's even worse. It just, again, like, you have to consider. It's just like when they added silver metal fragments that you could farm in the Abyss, but you got 1 fragment every like 5 million mobs. And you needed 20 to gamble a 10% rate on a single silver metal. Like, it might as well have not existed, basically. Like, this is just them adding this right now, and then they're gonna put it into, like, seasonals and weeklies and so on and so forth later on. They want to make Horncraft? Yeah. They're being very, very sus with the horn crafts in general. I have 20,000 silver fragments. Yeah, but like at the very beginning, right, when they added the silver metal fragments, you could only drop them from monsters in the abyss, and you dropped like one every fucking 3 years. And then they put them into the weeklies, and now we have like tens of thousands unused in our warehouse, right? But yeah, that's why for now, you know, the system is in the game, great. If I get a token, I'm probably just gonna stash it. I'll just wait. Because 100,000 AP is also like very steep per click, right? Especially now that we can buy more medals. Like we are so starved for AP, you know what I mean? Like you have to buy your gear, you have to keep buying your medals, maybe you need to still buy stigmas and shit like that. Like your AP is like stretched thin already. Let alone if you're trying to buy fucking high commander gear. Like, Godspeed, brother. Yeah, I mean, I guess this rift is gonna be mostly empty, because... yeah, it's 5 AM in Taiwan, I guess. Yeah. And make one whole medal with that? Hell yeah. I mean, silver medals have the 100% craft now, right? So... but, I mean, silver medals are... Silver medals, you basically just want... to use them to gamba into gold, right? If you have the keener for that, which I don't. So I will not be doing this. Also, hold on. Let me just go on auto run for a second. Let me do one thing. There we go. It's time to spin the dice, brothers. I'll just be going on automatic flight this way and doing this. Right, let me remove this for you. Alright. Alright, we want damage boost from this. Surely, right? 10 rolls is all we need. Bro, it took me 400 rolls to get damage boost on my Ebony weapon just to lose it afterwards. Attack is not bad. I mean, I still have 7 though. MP. I guess if I get something good when I have like 2 or 3 left, I'll just leave it at that. Multi-hit. I don't use multi-hit. MP. Precision. I mean, I have 2 left. I guess I'll just leave it at that. If you fill a stone before you transfer, can you transfer an extra line? No. The fill a stone is lost. Satisfaction is a must if you want to use a weapon for PvP? Yes. Because it affects your Theostone proc rate. As well as your own CC, obviously, right? Like, the classes that can stun, they absolutely need it for the stuns. Because, like, right now we are very much in a CC meta. And then for me, personally, it's for the Theostones as well as my snare. My movement speed reduction, which is the only thing I have to stop people from running away from me, basically. On the target weapon, you will like 100% and fill it. Now, the entirety of the Philistone slot is just ignored and deleted on transfer. Like, it just gets ignored and removed. Not for Sork, I can't CC a trainee. XD. I mean, you're still gonna use, like, freeze every now and again, I guess. Probably. Also, you do have a root. Bitter Cold can root, right? I mean, I guess it depends. But I would also assume that Sork is gonna get a CC treatment eventually. So. And either way, Theostone. If you proc a para on someone, you know? What can Sork even do in PvP? Bitter Cold, miss with Inferno, and then die. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, at least for me, Sork is not doing anything to me. Even the juiced Sorks, like, are not really able to kill me, like, at all. Especially since I don't know if Sork has many, like, you know, the force crit specs. I don't know if Sork has any of these, but at least all of the Sorks I'm facing don't really run these, and because I'm running crit res, I'm not really taking damage, right? And then they never seal me, they never do anything, they don't CC. Like, maybe if they freeze, I just Defiance and pop an Impact type scroll, right? Like, but that's about it. Like, the Sork is the one class I do not struggle against at all. Like, genuinely, I just don't struggle against them. It might actually be the only class I don't struggle against, actually. I guess Ranger hasn't made too bad of a matchup, because for some reason, Rangers do not run the Seal Arrow, like, at all. Like, I have yet to run into a Ranger that uses the Seal Arrow. But most of them just try to, like, brute force. Are they still fucking dueling? Oh god. I mean, I guess if they're dueling, I can just like kill them. Yeah, like just wait for them to like weaken each other. I can't even target at this range. Yeah. Just get the cheeky kill, you know? Yo, see ya. Toxic? Bro, these are the only people I'm able to find. It is what it is, right? I can't phase them legitimately because they have a fucking Cleric. Which, by the way, the Cleric just kind of watched him die. So, like, that's on them, not me, alright? I'll be back in 10 minutes to do the same thing when they've forgotten that I exist. W duels, yeah. I mean, granted, right? I've been above them for a while. Like, you see the fucking red dot on the map. So, ultimately, I don't feel bad about it. I just wish there was more people. Honestly, it might just be worth it for me to just go out and farm in the Abyss. You know what? I'm gonna go to the other village. If there's no one again, I'm just gonna go farm in the Abyss for a bit, like until I end stream. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna be much longer today. No farewell based. I mean, look, man, if you flag up for PvP and you die, that's on you, regardless of what happens. I just wish I wasn't in PvE gear when I fought the Gladiator earlier, because like the Glad was doing damage, but he wasn't doing that much damage considering I was in PvE, so I probably would have kicked his ass. I guess it is what it is. It's just because I'm above 4k in PvP gear now, I don't even realize if I have the wrong set equipped. Like before it was obvious because my PvP was 3.9, right? But because of this, it's not the case anymore. I guess I'll also have to do the potential stuff. I wish you could skip the animation on this. The fact that you have to downgrade twice afterwards, like... I just don't understand why the potential stones have levels. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Just fucking make one potential stone so we don't have to go through, like, downgrade every time. Or at least make it so we can use the higher tier potential stones to enhance a lower tier weapon. Like, it doesn't... it doesn't make any sense why you just have to morph, like, extra times to get the same thing. Because it doesn't cost anything. Hello Zone. Stupid system in system. Yeah. Like, they need to streamline that shit. It doesn't make any sense for it to be this way. Is it worth it to upgrade T1 PvE gear with 100% season crafts? I mean, yeah. Although, don't forget that you can upcraft now. You can upgrade your gear. Like your crafted gear. To keep the enhancement and the soul mines. But obviously, yeah, like the 100% craft, like the 100% seasonal craft, you do want to use them every season. to upgrade shit, obviously. Yeah. There's just fucking no one. Like, I just need to rift earlier, I guess, because we are against a... I guess a fairly dead Helios server, so at this time of day, I just don't think I'm gonna meet anyone. Yeah. Alright, well, let me go out and go farm in the Abyss for a bit. I guess I'll go in middle layer. The guys dueling will never get revenge. Alright, let me finish the potential stuff, because the potential stuff is actually going to be useful. Abyss. I think it's a 3-star, right? Let me double check. I think Ludra Weapon is a 3-star, right? It is. Well, actually I need 6 for the next one. I guess I don't have enough, huh? Well, I guess I'll do this later and then. Did we get info why they removed PD Corridor? Oh wow. Okay, I'll take that. I mean, they just removed anything that was like underdog, because the server matchmaking changes so often, and now it can be the same faction against the same faction. So yeah. Like the PD corridor removal itself, I'm not quite sure why they removed. I guess because it just incentivized people to focus one layer over the other. This way you just get all 3 artifacts from one layer, then you get the PD one from the other one you didn't go to. So the 2 factions were like not meeting as much. That's probably why, if I had to guess. I guess I'll go... Do I go attack or defense first? Probably defense. Yeah, I'm a defense boy. That's me. I'll take the HP for now. I'll reroll up later. We had cock pre-merge, and again cock, and we still owe 6 for corridor since Picama so dead. Damn. That's unfortunate. The soulbank system is so ass. Yes, it's the worst system in the game by far. It has most of your PvP rifting and jack. You also can PvP to hearts content. Yeah. I mean, I had no ways to know, right? Had I known, I would probably have gone the other way, but it is what it is. Alright, we get to farm monsters for like an hour, chat. I mean, surely we'll meet people. Also rerolled some stuff before I transferred to Heroic. The amount of time I got a low probability chance stat before. Yeah. It was the same for me, right? Like, as I said, it took me almost 400 rerolls to get damage boost on my mace, right? Before I transferred. I kept rolling skills, and skills are 1.8%, and I kept rolling the same skill over and over. I kept rolling Defiance and Debilitating Mark. Meanwhile, damage boost is like a 2.7 or something chance to get. And it took me 400 fucking rerolls, so... There's that, right? I guess maybe I could look around if there's dudes, you know. I do want to see how my Ludo mace fares in PvP. I'm probably not gonna be doing any more damage now. Like realistically, just by essence of the fact of how I have to play in PvP right now. Also, Life Leech exists, so fuck me, I guess. But yeah, rerolling is ass. It is mega ass. And rerolling orange gear is like turbo mega ass. Well, these two are together, seemingly. Are we being dead ass right now? Like, are we... Hello? Right. Now he's gonna turn around because I'm attacking his friend. He's gonna be like, oh my god, I can shoot him. Oh, is he just gonna leave him? No, he's coming back, he's coming back. Watch him. These guys, all of these guys share the exact same brain cell, by the way. If you were wondering, right? I'm actually doing like okay damage on this guy. Yo, is the new weapon paying off, chat? Are we winning? Is this winner POV? He dodge rolled my snare. Alright, let me mount. Thank you. I get snared. Man. Never lucky. Bro! Can people stop killing themselves? Please. Like, why are you doing this? You're losing... You're literally losing 10 ranking points if you die. Like, why? I have to buy my rank reward for Kuna? Yeah. Okay. The PvE ones, yes, because there was something about abusing yada yada yada. You can watch my patch notes video. Which is the reason why I have leftover Kuna, by the way. Because I had to log in, sell 2 million Kina to get the ranking rewards. So I have leftover Kuna because of that. Also, the new like catch-up pass is also like 1 Kuna, so you can buy those as well. Meanwhile, I guess. Aren't you the guy that jumped off? Oh, so much for that. What the fuck? Yeah, honestly, same. Yeah, I mean, these guys are not very feisty, I'll say that though. That's not the used to right now. I thank you for the follow, Sick Fiend. I put for 5 euros, you can buy it. Nah, bro. I sold my Kina to buy it. Fuck that. I am not swiping, and you will not make me. Yippee! Life leech. At Kuna because I buy outfits? Yeah. Oh, by the way, chat. Alright, chat. Like, you guys know, the way you behave, I'm basically your collective Discord kitten, right? I want to buy the wing skin from the shop. It's 17 euros. You know what to do. Chop chop. Ooh, 3rd class. Look, man, there has to be some sort of benefit to streaming, alright? It's not even 1 Big Mac? Bro. Bro, are your Big Macs 20 bucks in your country? Because if that's the case, my condolences. Also, why are you going to McDonald's this day and age? is the better question, I guess. I don't speak euros, use freedom dollars. $20? I don't know. Conversion should be around that, right? Maybe 21? Oh, here's someone. Oh, speak of the devil, here's a Sork. Aha, the extra range is coming in handy. 630 for a Big Mac in my country. That's rough. I mean, it's probably around the same thing for my country, actually. I haven't been to McDonald's in a while, because like that shit is expensive for no good reason. Like, you might as well go to a local restaurant, right? You're eating better, you're eating more, and for cheaper. Like 9 out of 10 times. Especially in France, like, we've got some good food, you know? Do I upgrade my current T1 or get armor T3? I mean, armor-wise... Okay, the thing with the tier stuff is I don't know whether you're talking about crafted or if you're talking about dungeon or if you're talking about PvP, right? But if you're talking about PvE, broadly speaking, you want to get crafted weapon, guards, accessories, and you want to get faded armor. Like, that's the cheapest pass, right? So you get dungeon armor, and the rest you make crafted. And you make the highest tier possible, with the accessories mattering the least on the tier. You just want the PvE damage boost. Like, craft the highest tier weapon and guard, and then, is that 3 Templars, dude? There's no way. But yeah, get the highest tier of crafted weapon guard. Get whatever tier you can afford of accessories and slowly upcraft them. And then for armor, just get dungeon. Whether it's faded or the latest dungeon, right? Why is it only Templars, dude? What? Oh, there's an Asmo coming, so surely... Nope, he just kind of went to hit mobs. Alright. Ah, well, there it is. Good. Thank you, kind stranger. You just saved me 10 minutes. Very cool. Ping pong, yeah, ping pong game from hell, dude. What is the meaning of use? It's the server. Like in this case, use means you steal, because that's the server we matched against. Like the guys in the rift were tagged Airy, which is Ariel, which is our rifting pairing. The Legion is shown above the rank, not below. Like, see, this guy is from whatever this Legion name means. $20 to 23 euros. It's the other way around. It's 17 euros, which I think is between 20 to $21. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know if these are actual players, but I guess I'll keep rotating. I mean, this is more entertaining. Like, all things considered, I think I kind of prefer, especially with the U-Steel pairing, I kind of prefer doing the monster farming off stream, so you guys don't have to witness this, and we just do like some relaxing PvP, you know? We just hang out while killing rangers from U-Steel, which is my second favorite activity. Well, this guy is definitely real, because he definitely doesn't want to... Can you people stop killing yourselves? Holy shit, dude. Like, if you're gonna die, you might as well die from my hand. You know what I mean? Like, what is the point of this? This is just pity. This is just petty. They should make it so that... I mean, I guess they can just, like, glide and teleport back. I mean, I don't know how low the death floor is, I guess. Because if that's the case, they need to make the death floor, like... much higher. Yeah, hopefully they do that. Full class. Yeah, this guy's 3.6. The Abyss is so calm right now. Like, admittedly, I just should be grouping with a DPS to farm there. Yeah, like my kill speed in Central Abyss is not the best. It actually takes forever. Need Soul Heal back. Well, I don't know about Soul Heal. Some sort of resurrection penalty would be good to have though, in general in the game. Like, there's not enough consequences to death, broadly speaking. But it does seem like at the very least they are planning on adding a resurrection, like a self-resurrection limit in the coming PvE, so I guess that's a start. I guess I'll go check the left side. I haven't checked the left side yet. It's closer to their spawn, right? Like, their spawn is this. But yeah, I do like the vibe of this Abyss though. I do like it. It's not, you know, it's not anything like special, but the fact that it's grounded and the way it looks, I think is nice. Yeah, I mean, this guy's good. At the bare minimum. I'm paralyzed. Ah, I see. Another ranger is hitting my back. I see the problem now. Yeah, well. 2 rangers might be a bit much, especially with the life leech. I need to take a more careful approach with these. When Spirit Master buff with Ancient plus Normal Spirit, if we go 8 Elementalists plus Brute Force New Sanctuary, so easy. I mean, I don't think it's gonna change much. Like, at the end of the day, right, the only thing it's gonna do, functionally, is just give you more DPS, right? But they have said that the reason why they're gonna do that is because they want to reduce utility and increase personal DPS, so... Basically, all of the, like, defense and damage tolerance stripping that you have on your whole kit is gonna get reduced or even removed, but then you're gonna get, like, stuff like this, right? It's probably gonna be the same thing with Cleric. Like, the 20% damage boost from Light of Protection is probably gonna go, and then we're gonna get more personal DPS, right? I would expect it to be this way, because like Light of Protection, the way it is in the game right now, is problematic in my opinion. Like it's not good for the game. Alright, well, we're gonna be here. Well, I don't want to fight him on the bridge though. So this way there's no mobs for him to heal on, even though, you know, he's basically healing on me. He's not really critting me though, all that much. The build is working, guys. It's working. Also, if you're typing in the chat right now, I'm not really looking at it too much. So, my apologies. I mean, I will be looking at some of it though. I stopped playing a few months ago. How's the class balancing in PvP? It's better than it used to be. It's still very rough around the edges. Like, there's a few really wacky things, but we are getting a balance patch on the 22nd, so... Hey, he's full health again. Yippee! Alright, we're gonna be here for the next 50 minutes, chat. Okay, well, I think he doesn't want to do this anymore. Alright. Anyone from chat from Neemon wants to, like, reinforce so we can end this? I mean, this guy's, like, full endurance. Alright, we'll dodge that ball. Yeah, I mean, this type of matchup is one of the reasons why I'm kind of wanting to perhaps roll Voice of Doom, because it would help on this matchup. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Want to kill bringing Templars in group? Not really. I mean, okay. If they nerf the DPS side but not the damage tolerance side, like Cleric, Templar, Chanter are gonna be safe. Because the damage tolerance makes PvE so much fucking easier, right? So that alone is gonna be enough, basically. There's a couple of dudes. Well, the Glad is handling them though. There we go. I've seen Cleric and Courier not raise right mob button, not condemned on the Divine Aura, and go full heal spec. Wow. I mean, I don't know why you would do that, but okay. I mean, I guess if you're just like a healing kitten in a PvP group, perhaps. But even then... Why is it only Templars, dude? Holy shit. Also, this guy has a battle scroll. Can we talk about that? Like, come on. Give me a break. Was during a Dramata run? Yeah, okay, that's just messed up, honestly. Get paralyzed, idiot. Yeah, that's what you get. This guy is out of here. Do training dummies count as bosses, you think? I don't think so. I think it's just... I don't think they planned for training dummies to like have any specific stats. I think it's just fodder. I think that they're categorized as valiant, like trash mobs. I'm pretty sure. Are these bots? No. I mean, this guy's running away, and he's one of the guys I've been killing, so... Made it before the stream ended. Yippee! I mean, dude, look at the gear of this guy, actually. Like, unironically. So... he's more PvE gear, PvE pill, right? I mean, he's still tanky because, you know, Templar. Never transfer when? Good question. Next question. I've been busy, so... Damn. Your chat got skipped because of the wall of text. Give me 1 second to kill this guy. You're gonna die from dots? Nah, there we go. Been busy all day. How's the gaming today? Let me just put this on screen, and then that's gonna be my answer. Do you need to increase your Philistone drop from the new dungeon hard mode? Just by me being lucky. I've been getting less Philistone from the new dungeon than the old ones. I think it's just purely luck. I've been getting more orange drops though. I fucking need an orange weapon. Yeah, we all do. Ain't that the truth, brother? Amen. Server transfer is planned in September? Surely. It's gonna come out at the same time as global. And you know why? It's because we're all going to move over from Taiwan to global. XD. Here's your server transfer. Season title might be better for me than Opti Closet. As much as I hate that. I've been going back and forth on that. I think Empty Closet is better. Like CDR is, you know. But then again, yeah, as a high DPS, high ping DPS, maybe the higher PvE damage is better. I don't know. It's tough to say. Transfers to global, yeah, exactly. It's just a more definitive transfer, right? You have to bin the old character, unfortunately. Well, I preemptively used the status effects roll, but bro just died. And thank you for the follow epitax. Still playing one character in Taiwan when global release. Yeah, I'm still gonna be doing the same thing. I'm not gonna be actively playing, but I'm still gonna be checking out the new patches. Because I'm assuming we're gonna be behind on global, and I want to cover the new stuff on stream and on YouTube. So humans don't kind of fucking anything. Yeah. We need Stone Sky Sea in this game, right? Like a dummy that we can change the parameters on to be like something else in the game. Empty Closet high combat power. I'll just leave it at that. I guess that works. Yeah. If anything, just to get taken in groups, might be worth it. Just do a bare minimum. Yeah. Same. Basically same. Let me get some of the bound parts I have here. Also crystals. Yeah. There we go. Just like check out the new shit. Like do the bare minimum to like still be able to do the new dungeons and so on and so forth. Yeah. Rainy Cleric, yeah, I'm not gonna hit that. 5th class SM. Well, you're hitting me for 1, so that's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Underwheel now. Oh, is bro trying to run away? I mean, you're 4.2k combat power, brother. Like, you just reroll Glad with hyping and not be strong enough to do new dungeons? Hell yeah, that sounds like a plan. When are we doing this? Okay, well, I'm missing this guy, and I'm paralyzed. Alright. I'm also missing this guy now. Interesting. He's just gonna regen. And I'm paralyzed again. Grandma is falling down the stairs. She's paralyzed as well. Yeah, I need to go out of these mobs. But I guess I have support now. Never mind. If I have support, the gameplay changed. Hell, I'm missing though. There we go. I'm guessing this guy is full evasion dex. Yeah, evasion dex. Yeah, there we go. I was not gonna hit that regardless. I was thinking if they keep releasing new gear every season, can't you just skip hero gear and just upcraft every season? You can, yeah. I think that's the point. I think the point is stuff like Horn Dragon is going to be for like the upper class player, like the high spenders. And stuff like Crimson Dragon is gonna be like quote unquote keeping up gear for the frugal gamer, basically. Like that's the point. Where you can keep up against like full Horn Dragon players with that, and you can still do all of the content, but obviously a paying user is always going to be like slightly better than you. Dude, I love Life Leech. It's like my favorite thing in the game. Can you tell? Can you tell that I'm a fan? Fucking die. Okay, well, I think his thing might run out. And I'm paralyzed. Brother. And it's back. Alright. There we go. All it takes is a paralysis. And you see, chat, this is why I have status effect chance on my weapon. To paralyze the target. Irregular soul binds are so much higher. Yeah, they are. I mean, they are, but obviously it is better. But it's also more expensive and more risky to run, right? Like, that's the thing. So, a quote-unquote regular player that wants to keep up in both PvE and PvP is going to struggle to be rolling these, right? Outside maybe the occasional one, or maybe if they gamble for it. Well, this guy clearly, I'm not going to be able to beat his life leech with the evasion, so let me try to see if I can bait him into coming on the bridge. Like these whales tend not to be very smart, so maybe this guy follows me on the bridge. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Alright, we have now arrived on the bridge. Let's see if I can do something now. I'm not able to hit him, but you know, little by little, right? He's going towards the other mobs. Now, not this way, brother. And I'm paralyzed. Yeah, I mean, I might be able to keep this up forever, but I just can't hit him. Like, I'm just not able to hit him. Okay, let me put on some accuracy food. It's probably not going to change anything, though. I'm paralyzed. I might die on this paralysis, actually. Because it's quite long. Oh. I mean... yeah... I mean, unless... I need a hero, dude. That's what I need right now. So can we call a truce? Can you go back to farming your mobs? Oh well, I guess that works. I suppose that works. I'll just do this. Aren't Will Clerics impossible to kill? See how tanky you are now, imagine Will Clerics. I tried to push down with not back. Yeah, he got it. I don't think it was intentional. But, you know. Aren't Will Cleric impossible to kill? I see how tanky you are now, imagine Will Clerics. I mean, defensively, I'm doing pretty well. Like, that's... Like, my build is entirely built around defense. So, like, a Will Cleric will be tankier with, like, endurance and stuff, maybe. But, you know. But obviously, yes, like, Cleric's tankiness and self-sustain in 1v1 is, like, its main strength. So classes that can't stunlock you will struggle to kill you. Which is why Soak and Ranger are, like, some of your more favorable matchup, because you can out-sustain them, because they can't CC you. How are you so tanky? Stacking defense? Yeah. I'm stacking crit res, regen, might resist, perfect resist, and HP. Basically. That's what I'm running. And defense. I have an obscene amount of defense. I have 37,000 defense. I'm gonna be closer to 40,000 once I'm done with my build, though. Like, I'm still missing a few rolls of Immortal Veil and stuff like that. Clerics with 80% endurance and 4.5k block, how we kill that? Okay, 4.5k block you might be pushing it a bit. Maybe 1 in a million Cleric will have 4,000, but... you know. But yeah, like, classes like Spirit Master, Gladiator, Assassin, I don't really stand a chance against, because I just get outpaced by the CCs, basically. Invuln, I see. Unfortunately, brother, I appear to be having the upper hand when it comes to gear, so... all it takes is one paralysis. There's 9 corridors now? No. This layer replaces the old middle layer. Like, this is the middle layer. They just, like, revamped the area. If I could paralyze you, like, right now, that'd be nice. There we go. Just have to ask, I guess. Bruh. Yo, let me just get a drive-by on this Ranger real quick. You know, get the third class. There you go. How does block work? Only ever heard about evasion. It works similarly to evasion. It's just block doesn't work if you get hit in the back, and it only... okay. The actual block only works on Templar and Cleric. Other classes parry instead with the same stat. And if you block an attack, it greatly reduces the damage dealt. And, okay. It greatly reduces the damage dealt, and also it prevents CC from applying. You know what, actually, I'm just gonna do something else. You know, in second thought. Should I delete the other area? Yes. They replaced the area with this, and this is a purely grounded map, which is so much better. I mean, good, because the old Central Abyss was mega ass. It was pretty bad. Yeah, also a PvE gamer. Are you doing any more PvE today? No. I am done with PvE for today. I have one more dungeon I can do. I'm probably going to do it off stream though. And then I may do some Transcendence later on, just to like burn more energy. Otherwise it's going to be old. Hope that old layer will be in the upper layer with all the siege forts. I think we're just going to get like an upper layer that is also flightless eventually. Like I think they got the memo that we don't want flight PvP because it causes more problems than it adds fun, right? It's not engaging. It's not engaging. It's problematic with balance. Like it's just not good. Like it has the same problem as Iron 1 Flight, except the combat actually functions well, but like the wing dropping and everything is still a thing, right? So only Ranger are enjoying flight PvP, no one is enjoying flight PvP. Like you say that, right? But melees fare better in flight PvP than ranged, unironically. Because they have 50 million gap closes anyways, and they get their dodge, their dash dodge gap closer that stuns for free. And also other classes can't dodge roll, so you can't dodge CCs. So, you know. Previous experience to learn that lesson. Yeah, I mean, I think Namyun was just... Bro just really wants to make flying work in an MMO, but, you know. It just doesn't really work. Like, it's conceptually, it's nice. Like, I think it's fine to have the occasional flight map, you know, to mix things up, but it should not be a core part of your game, right? And again, there's a reason why Iron 1 went from having so much flight to basically having none with the later patches, right? Like there's a reason for that. Alright. Okay. I want to go back there. I kind of don't want to because of that evasion ranger. I don't want to fight for 50 minutes again. Download and got a cleric as a class. What VPN you say you're using? I know some VPN are better than pings and other. So obviously your mileage is going to vary depending on where you live and your internet provider and so on and so forth. But for me, LagoFast is by far the one that works the best. Like, it's not even close. Is there a chance Iron 2 gets better siege than TNL? I mean, all it takes for Iron 2 to have better siege than TNL is to have castle instead of artifact, because TNL siege is ass. Like, TNL has had one castle for 3 years, or like 2 years or whatever, how long the game has been out. And the strategies for that castle were figured out 2 weeks into the game's lifespan. And then for the rest, it's just, you know, there's not really much of a match, right? So, and also Siege doesn't give shit in TNL. It happens once every 2 weeks, and you get nothing out of it. You're just doing it for the content. So, yeah. I think Ion can handle castles. I think it can, right? It's just a matter of whether they want to do it or not. Because the problem is that as soon as you add a castle siege, it's gonna last more than 5 minutes, right? Like taking a keep, it has to be like a 30 minute to 1 hour siege minimum, right? And the thing with Iron 2 is it's very obvious they're trying to keep every and all content bite-sized. So yeah. Well, we'll have to see, but I do think the game can handle it. And if they do have siege, I think it's gonna be fine, right? Now, if we do get a castle siege, my personal prediction is that it's gonna be Divine Fortress. When we inevitably get Upper Rishanta, as well as the core, like I think we'll get the Divine Fortress. Yeah, and that's gonna be like the big castle siege of this game. Brother. Are you going to regen on mob? If you do, I'm just gonna leave. So I guess this guy got a confidence boost from the totally real player that went my way. Yo, I use Defiance to finish off this guy. Surely I'm not gonna regret it, right? Yo, can you get paralyzed or something? You did some battlegrounds. I'm gonna do it this weekend. I'm gonna do BGs on Saturday. Can you guys stop running away immediately after I start hitting you? Like, this is not how any of this works, right? Useful to put a VPN in the description so when I try the game. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sponsored, right? So I can only... Also, I don't really want to endorse any specific VPN because at the end of the day, any and all VPN is not the immediate answer to anyone, right? Like, again, how good a VPN is going to depend on your ISP, your region, or the server you're playing on, so on and so forth, right? So I can only like do a recommendation. I don't want to sell anything as gospel, you know? Yes. Life Leash is a great game mechanic. Yes. Exit lag it is. I mean, exit lag works for some people. Again, for me, exit lag doesn't really work very well. Like, Lago Fast is the one that works well for me. But like, if you guys want to see, well, want to hear like how little of a fuck I give about like VPN sponsors, like I don't give a shit about the pennies they would want to give me. So I've had really bad experience with no ping all the way throughout, and when I started streaming on this game, I had like a no ping representative show up in my chat and be like, "Yo, I'm so and so from no ping. I see you are playing Iron 2. We have this game compatible in our VPN. Would you like to be sponsored by us?" I told him to eat a dick and die, and I banned him on my chat. So this is kind of where I'm standing with the whole VPN thing. Exit lag was so good for me, but later on it's total shit. Yeah. I think that was the case for a lot of people, actually. That's toxic? Fuck no ping, dude. No ping is some next level scam. And dude, and no ping has so many dark patterns on their subscription model as well. Like, you have to jump through so many hoops to unsub and everything. Like, fuck no ping. Their support is horrendous. Like, they use AI in their advertisement. Like, just go away. Don't interact with me. Is there somewhere that shows the drop rate of potential stones by mobs? It just drops which mobs drop them. I don't think it drops the percent. I don't think it shows the percentage. I have exit lag, but sometimes I have rubber banding, so maybe next try will Lego. Yeah, I mean, there is a free trial, and ultimately the free trial of Lego Fast is how I ended up grabbing it. Because, like, I tested it, and it was literally black fucking magic. Like, the difference was uncanny. Like, the game is so playable. What's wrong with being dark? Alright. Don't stretch your luck, buddy. I feel like the tankier mobs have a higher time draw scoping. I think that's the case, yeah. I mean, it's the same for the silver metal fragments, right? I typically get more silver metal fragments from like the commander belows and shit, but it could just be confirmation bias as well, like very easily. You have a link for Lego Fast? I don't. Again, I'm not sponsored by anything, so... But you can just Google it. This guy again. Oh, let's not do that right now. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna be just about done anyway. I think we got a good relaxing session with our new mace, and honestly, I'm pretty satisfied so far. I can notice the extra DPS. It doesn't completely change the game, but it's still fairly noticeable, right? So, this guy has a little bit of gear. Are you gonna kill yourself? Yeah, I had a feeling. How do I get the rainbow genius things? You get them from like event stuff, battle pass, so on and so forth, and you can also get them from the daily duties now and the weekly contracts on the open world. This motivates me to get a Luro weapon. Hell yeah, brother. Oh yeah, and like if you're really stretched for the rainbow crystals, you can also buy them from the sugar shop. But yeah, anyways, fellas, people of the internet, I'm gonna be done for today. So thank you for watching today. As always, it is always a pleasure to stream for you guys. Make sure to follow the channel on both Twitch and YouTube if you haven't already. Make sure to also join the Discord to be aware of all of my whereabouts. And I'm gonna be taking tomorrow off to work on the guide video, for the new dungeon. I will be back on Saturday to do some battlegrounds and so on and so forth, continue the Abyss farm, etc, etc. And yeah. Thank you for the follow, Pandu Smelly. I'm sure that's not how this is pronounced, but I'll go for that. But yeah, either way, thanks for watching today. Let me see if I can host anyone, although it is fucking midnight for me, so I doubt anyone's gonna be online. But let me have a quick look. Let's see. Iron 2. Any friends? Not really. Bro, I'm pretty much the only dipshit streaming Iron 2 right now. Right? No wonder there's so many people. You guys aren't here because you like me, you're here because I'm the only fucking person streaming. I mean, whatever, man, I'll take it. But yeah, anyways, GG's, and see you on Saturday.